sensational for the Tigers. Junior right-handers 10-2 with a 2.50 ERA on the season. 2 regional appearances for Ianson. He got things started with 7 2/3 shutout ball on Friday against Little Rock, came back Monday and slammed the door with an inning and 2/3 of shutout baseball to get LSU here. Now he'll try to send the Tigers to Omaha.
All right, thank you, Hunt. Again, for the Tigers, it'll be Anthony Ianson. LSU, the visiting team, as Hunt told you. Junior right-hander on the bump for LSU. It'll be Jack Kartsanis, the right-hander, a senior, for the Mountaineers. We'll continue with more on the Hub International On Deck show coming up. Just a quick reminder, Capital One offering checking and savings accounts. No fees or minimums. Capital One, what's in your wallet? We talk to Tiger coach Jay Johnson after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey Tiger fans, no game day is complete without Noel Spirits from Noel Family Distillery. Founded by a father-daughter duo, Noel Family Distillery is the only Louisiana distillery offering authentic tequila. Their additive-free tequila captures the spirit of Louisiana, creating a spirits experience worthy of the Tigers and their loyal fans across the country. Noel Tequila is proud to be the official tequila of LSU Athletics. Enjoy Noel Tequila at the box or grab a bottle of your own at many fine retailers. Learn the unique Noel Distillery story at noeldistillery.com.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Check out Albertsons for You on our mobile app or at albertsons.com, where you can shop online and save over $300 weekly with digital coupons. Earn reward points every time you shop in-store or online and redeem your points for free groceries. Download the Albertsons app or go to albertsons.com to start saving. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors.
Do you have both Medicare and Medicaid? With the People's Health Medicare Advantage Plan, you could get up to $280 per month to spend on utilities, healthy groceries, and over-the-counter items. $280 per month. Don't miss out on these extra benefits. Call 1-844-663-2133. Plans are insured through United Healthcare Insurance Company or one of its affiliated companies, a Medicare Advantage organization with a Medicare contract and a contract with the state Medicaid program. Enrollment in the plan depends on the plan's contract renewal with Medicare.
It's go time. The most sought-after pregame ticket in Baton Rouge can be yours with Revelry, the gold standard of full-service tailgating. Grab your lucky jersey and hat. We'll handle all the rest. Let our winning team take care of your team. Stand right up and roar for more. Tigers that snooze, lose. So reserve your turnkey space for football season while they last. Revelry, the official tailgate partner of LSU Athletics. Visit revelryteam.com today. It's go time.
Before the Fighting Tigers take to the field, time to visit with the top Tiger, LSU skipper Jay Johnson. Presented by Hancock Whitney, the official bank and credit card of LSU Athletics. On the Hub International On Deck show from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Coach, first off, a big opportunity for the Tigers coming up this evening, but let's go back to yesterday afternoon's game. You always talk about wanting to have efficient offense. You have 8 hits in the day. 11 of your 16 runs comes on 3 swings of the bat.
Yeah, it was great. I thought we did a great job controlling the zone and setting the table for those home run swings. Especially the first one, good 2 hit by pitches with 2 strikes. Good job by those guys. And then Derek with a great swing, off of the starter. And then Steven not trying to do too much, again, hitting the ball the other way, ends up, getting up in the wind on a very offensive day and blowing out of the park. And then Josh Pearson, really good swing in a clutch spot right there. And we needed all of them. But I thought the at-bats that preceded those homers really set the table for us, and we like to play offense that way.
Again, I know Kate Anderson, after the game, maybe not as pleased with his own performance, but that's what the great ones do. They go out there and gut it out on an extremely hot day, and he battled.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think that competitive characteristic is one of many things that make Cade special. And, the best pitcher in the country in my eyes, no question about it. And, I had a little more positive lens of his performance than he did, but he's great, and want to get this thing done tonight so we can give him the ball again.
I know you've said it multiple times this week. Anybody who's playing this time of year is a very good team. We talked about it yesterday, West Virginia scrappy, and I noticed that the coach afterwards, Coach Sabins, even mentioned, hey, look, we got down big, but we didn't quit. We kept swinging. So I know you guys are ready for another great matchup today.
Yeah, no doubt. Big 12 champion, one of the best baseball leagues in America, and they have old players that have been through a lot. They've been in this position before. They know how to respond, and we certainly weren't surprised by them continuing to fight, and we'll get their best shot today. And we have to be really locked in on what we're doing and executing our plan and staying in the moment and competing with urgency. And I think our team's ready to do that.
You know, one of the things, Coach, I noticed this week listening to some of the players, even after last night's game, obviously there are attention to detail. They've got to be focused going into every game. But it seems like to me they always mention they're having fun. And they say they put in a lot of work, so enjoy it.
100%. And it's the most beautiful balance. The way I try to describe it to them is, can you have the focus of the Navy SEAL, you know, going in to get Osama bin Laden or somebody like that, but with a fun, competitive attitude like you're trying to beat one of your buddies in ping pong. If we blend those two things together, that's how baseball is meant and designed to be played and played at its best.
Well, again, Coach, it has been electric here in the postseason at the box. Don't expect anything different on a Sunday evening. Best of luck. Get after them.
Thanks, Chris.
Head coach Jay Johnson, everybody. Timeout coming, and then we'll take a look at the starting lineups, and then we'll get it going. Game 2 of the Super Regional, West Virginia and your Tigers, coming up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, this is Eddie Kennison, former LSU football wide receiver. If you know me, you know I'm all about making big plays.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
That's why I joined the team at LSU Sports Properties. Our goal here is to help businesses make big plays both on and off the field. If you want to give your brand that competitive edge and be a part of the biggest stage in college sports, give the corporate sponsorship team at LSU Athletics a call. Your brand, our fans. Utilize the power of LSU Athletics to promote your business and sponsor LSU Athletics today. Call 225-578-2788. Go Tigers.
Hey Tiger fans, 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Join the school with the winning track record in education. With LSU Online and Continuing Education, choose from over 150 degrees, certificates, and courses designed to match your specific goals. Earn the same on-campus degree from anywhere, with flexible learning options tailored to your needs. You'll call the plays. Start your journey to success today at online.lsu.edu.
Welcome in, Tiger fans. It is Sunday night. We're at Alec Box Stadium, Skip Bertman Field, Game 2 of the NCAA Baton Rouge Super Regional. Coming your way, West Virginia and LSU. The Mountaineers, the home team in Game 2. Derek Curiel for LSU will lead it off. We will get you the starting lineups in just a moment. We are ready to go. First delivery to Derek Curiel, who will lead it off. Fastball misses high. We are underway. Time of first pitch, 7:57 Central Time. Again, much later start than anticipated with a 5 o'clock original start time. This time the 1-1, or rather 1-0, is a fastball at the belt for a strike. That'll make it 1 ball and 1 strike to Curiel. First delivery, the 1-1, low and inside. That'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike. They originally said 8:06, and then TV gets involved, the NCAA bins, and we start at 7:57. That's how it works. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Curiel. Pitch to the left-hander, goes opposite field, lifts it high and deep to left, and this ball is going to take a bounce on the track. Curiel around first, sliding in. The throw got away from the second baseman, Kelly, and Derek Curiel will lead it off with a double near the wall in left center field.
Welcome to Super Regional Baseball, Mr. Curiel. Yesterday, 3 for 3 with a 3-run blast in the 7-hole. It's now in the leadoff spot where he's been the majority of the year. Gets a fastball up and away and drives it off the wall in left center field. A leadoff double. He is 4 for 4 in his first Super Regional as a Tiger.
Yeah, and he's going to get this crowd back in it. If anybody thought, hey, the delay was going to keep LSU fans down, that is not the case. Curiel got him right back in it. Love to see that.
Ethan Fry batted in the 2 spot in Game 1 yesterday, and he'll do it again today. First delivery from the starter, Jack Cartsanos, misses high and away for ball 1, 1-0. Runner at second, just underway, nobody out. Pitch to Fry, up and in with the heat. Now 2 balls and no strikes. It'll be Curiel leads off with a double. Ethan Fry, followed by Stephen Milam, Jake Brown. Jared Jones will stay down in the order, batting 5th. Daniel Dickinson batting 6th. Tanner Reeves getting the start, playing third base. He'll bat 7th in the order. The 2-0 to Fry. Again, backs him off with a pitch off speed inside. Now 3-0 the count.
Well, I think a lot of people yesterday questioned why Coach Jay Johnson put Curiel in that 7th hole, but it was because Kern, the pitcher for West Virginia, had so much success against left-handers. He wanted to get guys that, with Curiel struggling a little bit against left-handers, but back in the 1 hole where he belongs against a right-hander.
3-0 pitch to Fry. Take was on. There's a strike with a breaking ball to make it 3-1. Jack Kartsanis, as I told you earlier, 6-3 on the year, a 2.94 ERA. Again, making just his 9th start of the season. But a very solid performance last week in Clemson in the win over the host Clemson Tigers. Here's the 3-1 to Fry. Pops it up. Left center field, coming over, West and King. It'll be West, the left fielder. No, rather King to make the play. Center fielder throwing, but Curiel tags up and successfully makes his way to third. And with 1 out, the Tigers have a runner hunt just 90 feet away.
Yeah, good base running there by Derek Curiel. He reads that ball straight up in the air. It actually got up into the jet stream a little bit and carried further than I thought it would. Both the outfielders converged. Curiel tagged immediately and was able to coast into third base.
Yeah, and the rule is not that that was really that close at third. You always want to get to third base with less than 2 outs. Obviously, the catch makes 1 there, so you want to take that chance to get to third base. Now, with the infield back for West Virginia, Milam doesn't have to do too much. He can base hit would be huge, but all he has to do is just play a little pepper, touch the baseball to the middle of the infield, and the Tigers will be up 1-0.
Stephen Milam now stands in, runner at third, and the first pitch to Milam. Going to miss away for ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes.
Big swing for Monster yesterday. Grand slam into the seats in right field. That from the right side of the plate against the right-hander Kartsanis. He'll hit from the left side tonight.
The 1-0 pitch. Low and inside. That'll make it 2 balls, no strikes. And again, Kartsanis, guys, starting off getting behind early with an LSU team that's certainly here since NCAA play has begun. Been able to swing the bat a lot better, with a lot more authority. 2-0 the count to Milam with Curiel down at third, 1 out, top of the first. And watch out. Pitch inside. Milam bends out of the way. Now 3-0.
Well, Kartsanis usually a strike thrower. Hunt told you only 16 walks in 64 1/3 innings pitched. Only had 1 walk in 5 1/3 against Clemson in the second game of the regional. And he went, again, 5 1/3, 3 hits, only 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. So typically a guy that's going to throw the ball over the plate.
3-0 pitch. Again, Milam wisely putting the onus on the right-hander. He finds the strike zone to make it 3-1.
For Milam here, you're looking dead red fastball. It's a 2-seamer. It's 93-95. It's hit the ball really hard for the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
Needs to get it started right here.
Well, and you love a ground ball, and Kartsanis usually is a ground ball pitcher. Ground ball works here.
3-1 inside again, ball 4. That'll put Milam aboard. So runners on the corners now. First and third. That will bring Jake Brown to get the start tonight in right field. Entered the game yesterday afternoon, late after Pearson got the start. Of course, Pearson also with a grand slam. Can't get much more efficient than 16 runs on 8 hits. And 11 of those 16 runs coming off 3 swings of the bat. And the Tigers now threatening right out of the gate here in the top of the first inning. Runners first and third, 1 out. Jake Brown, a good candidate to maybe add to his RBI total. He's got 40 on the year. Kartsanis' first pitch. I'm going to say missed. Didn't miss by much, but it's ball 1.
Well, you talk about hitting. Really, it's timely hitting. And when you get guys on base, you don't have to get a ton of hits if, for one, if you hit the ball out of the ballpark, like you said, Chris, and 2 of the 3 home runs are grand slams. The other one's a 3-run homer, but
that pitch a called strike at the knees with a fastball. Again, just like the scouting report said, 92, 94, maybe can touch 95. That'll be Kartsanis tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Brown. Righty on lefty matchup. The 1-1 pitch. One inside corner called strike, and now Kartsanis works ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jake Brown.
Yeah, Hunt, it's a short arm motion too. I mean, it's kind of right at you, and not a whole lot of length in the arm. Just right behind the ear and let it rip.
1-2. Brown swings. A little slow foul down the third base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count remains.
To your point, Buzz, he looks like a reliever. He pitches exclusively out of the stretch. He's got that shorter motion. He was a reliever until mid-April, and that's when West Virginia inserted him into the starting rotation. And he's done a really nice job for him. But everything kind of about Carsonis, from the stretch to the motion to even the mustache, really screams relief pitcher. He looks like a reliever out there.
Yeah, he does. He's got the Goose Gossage stash out there. Runners again on the corners, 1 out. And now Cartsonis going to check on Milam, throw over to first. He's back easily, only about a step and a half lead off the bag from Milam, who is 2 for 4 in stolen bases this year. Time going to be called by Logan Sabe, the catcher. Just getting the infield aligned properly, checking to make sure they're where they need to be. Taking a little extra time as now Cartsonis going to grab the rosin bag. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jake Brown. Tiger fans already in this one. Of course, they had to wait nearly 3 hours to get the action underway. One out. And the 1-2 pitch. Brown swings, fouls it back into the screen, and fights it off, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count remains.
This is a big spot for Jake Brown. You want to put West Virginia immediately behind the 8 ball. They're the ones playing with their season on the line tonight. Putting pressure on them by getting an early lead is exactly what LSU wants. You don't want to be the visiting team and hit first, but if you're going to have to hit first, you might as well score first.
Well, and a lot of confidence from Coach Jay Johnson putting Jake Brown in that 4 spot. Again, Cartsonis does not have a lot of success against left-handed hitters. Left-handed hitters, as you mentioned, Hunt, almost batting 300, 299.
The 1-2. Fastball, but again, low and inside to Brown. That'll even the count 2-2.
With the Curiel double, we'll go ahead and call it an even 300. How about that?
I like it.
Curiel led it off with a double. Left center field. He's at third. Milam on the walk at first. The 2-2. Brown high chop to second base. The decision to throw to second, a little delayed. Trying to go for 2. They can't do it. Beating it out is speed from Jake Brown, and coming in to score is Derek Curiel. The Tigers draw first blood, 1-0 now with 2 down, and a runner at first, as we'll see Jared Jones batting in the 5-hole for the Tigers tonight, coming to the plate.
Yeah, just good job by Jake Brown. That's a perfect example of you don't always have to get the big hit. That's what we call a quality at bat, though. And you drive the run in. Jake Brown runs too well, was never going to get him doubled up, and that's what you're looking for. Again, Hunt, getting off to a good start, scoring the first run against a team that's backs against the wall.
First pitch to Jones. Breaking ball for a strike to make it 0-1. Jones moved down in the order, as we've talked about. Jones last night 1 for 4 with a run scored. Also aboard on a walk. The 0-1. One at the knees with a speed ball will get Cartsonis ahead 0-2.
And one of those deals for Jones too, where he's just obviously struggling a little bit, but also when you're struggling, it seems like the pitcher always makes the perfect pitch. When you get a pitch to hit, you just miss it.
The 0-2 pitch. Hammered, base hit to left field. Brown will make his way into second. Jared Jones with a 2-out single will keep the inning going.
That was a poor job of execution there by Cartsonis. He gets ahead 0-2 against Jones, does a good job of pounding the strike zone, and then he left an 0-2 pitch up out over the plate. Jones did not miss it. He hit that ball really hard.
Yeah, as much as he's been missing pitches, as I just mentioned, he did not miss that one. Hanging slider up in the zone, and it's Cartsonis is lucky that ball stayed in the ballpark, honestly.
The scoreboard's lucky that Jared Jones didn't tattoo that one, because that thing could have been hit a long way. It was a very, very poor pitch there with the slider, and LSU still threatening here.
Logan Sabe again going out to hand deliver the baseball. A couple of words for Cartsonis. Armani Guzman in third for the Mountaineers. Brody Kresser, the shortstop. Gavin Kelly at second. Ben Lumsden at first base. Kyle West, Skylar King, Jace Reinhardt left to right in the outfield. As now we'll see Daniel Dickinson. Runners first and second, 2 outs. First delivery, fastball, strike of the knees to make it 0-1.
25th pitch of the first inning there for Cartsonis. LSU wants to get into that West Virginia bullpen. It is tired and it is taxed over the last couple of weeks.
Yesterday, Dickinson 0 for 3, but was hit a couple of times and actually scored 3 runs. Part of that 16-9 win for LSU as he fouls this one down the right field line. And he falls behind early, 0-2.
Well, I'm going to refrain from what I talked about last week, how I said Arkansas Little Rock had no pitching left, and it was almost impossible for LSU to lose. So I won't go that far, but you're right. West Virginia, the bullpen has been taxed, and so the quicker we can get to them, that's going to be advantageous for LSU.
The 0-2 pitch to Daniel in the air. High and deep to right field. Reinhardt going back. It hangs up, and he's got room shy of the track to bring it in for out number 3. But the Tigers get on the board. 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 2 men on. We played a half inning here at the box. Game 2 of the NCAA Baton Rouge Super Regionals. 1-0 Tigers lead. West Virginia coming to the plate on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time, and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, LSU fans, you're invited to Louisiana's largest casino resort, Coshada. Coshada Casino Resort has the largest and most spacious gaming floor in the Lake Charles area, with thousands of the newest slots, over 55 table games, live bingo and off-track betting, plus 3 beautiful hotels, delicious Cajun cuisine, and the #1 rated golf course in Louisiana. Coshada Casino Resort is proud to support LSU. Go Tigers!
In Louisiana, we love our LSU Tigers. When the band strikes up those 4 iconic notes, the fans go wild. At Louisiana Blue, we're Tiger fans too. That's why we've teamed up with LSU Athletics to bring you the compassion of the cross and security of the shield, so you're free to wear your stripes and roar. Live Louisiana. We've got you. Louisiana Blue, Louisiana True.
Proud partner of LSU Athletics.
The powerhouse plays here. LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the road to Omaha from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
1-0 LSU leading over West Virginia. Again, the Tigers on their home field, the visiting team here in Game 2 of the Super Regionals. And Anthony Ianson taking his warm-up tosses before he'll see the top of the order for the Mountaineers, starting with Armani Guzman. And gentlemen, we talked about it before the game. Kate Anderson, maybe not his best performance, again, according to him, after the game last night. Still got the job done. Anthony Ianson has been spectacular. He's been solid all year, but I made the argument, Hunt, that over the last couple of weeks of the regular season and into the postseason, he's been really dominant.
Yeah, there's no 2 words for it. That's it. It's the fact that he's been dominant as a starter, and then he also been dominant out of the bullpen. He did in the SEC tournament and closed out the regional against Little Rock last week. So he'll try to pitch LSU to the College World Series tonight, and what's figures to be his final start in Alex Box Stadium. He's been fantastic. He's facing a good lineup, though. The Mountaineers swung the bats yesterday, Buzz.
Yeah, I thought West Virginia yesterday did a good job of working early against Anderson. They knew he was a strike thrower. Ianson's a strike thrower. It'll be important for Ianson to have that curveball off-speed pitch for strikes working early in the count.
First pitch to Guzman, who stands in. The left-hander fouls a 96-mile-an-hour heater into the dugout of the Mountaineers, and it's 0-1. Guzman yesterday went 1 for 5. Struck out on one occasion, but he was red hot last weekend. 8 for 12 in that Clemson Regional, scoring 2 runs. This delivery just misses low to even the count with a speedball. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Guzman.
Yeah, and with that performance in the Clemson Regional, he was named the regional MVP.
1-1. Swing and a miss. That breaking ball dropped down or on the shoe tops of Guzman, but he still went after it. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. I mentioned from the outset of the broadcast, Anthony Ianson over his last 6 performances, 44 strikeouts to 7 walks. He's given up 2 earned runs. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got away from Hernandez. He'll pick it up, throw down to first. Ianson gets the punch out. And there's one gone here in the bottom of the first inning.
That's a tone setter from Ianson right there. In yesterday's ball game, Guzman really battled Kate Anderson in that first at bat. Saw 9-10 pitches, just refused to strike out. Immediately, Ianson goes 2 strikes on him and gets a swing and miss with that trademark breaking ball. That's a great start for the Tiger right-hander.
So with Guzman retired, we'll see the catcher, Logan Sabe. Sabe yesterday, 0 for 4. Strikeout victim on one occasion. Right-hander awaits, and Ianson fires the first pitch. The fastball up for ball 1.
Curious to watch Ianson in this one after the 2 appearances last week. Saw Liam Doyle up in Fayetteville today.
1-0, misses low. Blocked up by Hernandez. 2-0.
He did the same thing for Tennessee last week. Started Friday, came back and closed it out on Monday. He was not sharp today, and it's a different week for him, so we'll see if Ianson can be a little bit better. Landon Marceau did the same thing for LSU in 2021. Wasn't quite as good in the Super.
2-0, swing and a miss. That time the breaking ball dropped off the table. Sabe swings over the top, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, I think it'll be important. Again, I said Ianson will have to mix in the breaking pitch early in counts. When he gets behind in the counts like he just did, able to work in an off-speed pitch, that's a very good sign early that he's got command of that pitch.
Sabe spoils a fastball, fouls it out of play right side. That'll even the count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sabe, a 283 hitter. Again, Oper in game 1 yesterday. The 2-2 from Ianson. Just missed a bit high. That'll fill the count, 3-2. Payoff delivery. Swing, and did he get a piece? Nope. Swing and a miss. Hernandez, though, will have to pick it up. Throw down to first. And again, Anthony Ianson has faced 2 batters. He's got 2 punch-outs. There's 2 gone at the bottom of the first.
Yeah, first 2 hitters not picking up the off-speed pitch, Hunt. And again, you said it. That is a good sign for LSU with a pesky offense. They gave Kate Anderson everything he wanted yesterday. And if it wasn't for LSU's offense, it might have been a different result and certainly a closer game. But first 2 hitters that Ianson's faced, you got to like what you're looking at.
And that's a 3-2 breaking ball right there. The hitter's not looking for that. And it also sends a message to the rest of the lineup. I'm going to throw anything whenever I want. It's just tough to dig in when the guy's got that.
That's one of the things Nate Yeske and both Jay Johnson has said all season as the overhand curve is in for a strike to make it 0-1 now to Kyle West. They said his ability to throw any pitch in any count. Ianson has been so successful this season in doing so. The 2 down, nobody on. The 0-1 drops in low with a breaking ball. That's 1 ball and 1 strike.
West launched a long home run deep in the ball game yesterday. He's a really good hitter there in the 3-hole for these Mountaineers.
Had 1 home run did the Mountaineers in that Clemson Regional. Did have 2 yesterday in game 1 against the Tigers. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ianson delivers, and again, this one's going to miss low. Not chasing his West, so a little bad discipline there for the senior left-hander. 2-1 the count. Ianson looking like the first sign. Satisfied. The 2-1. There's that wicked breaking ball again to left-hander. Swing and a miss. Evens the count 2-2. Defensively for the Tigers at third, Tanner Reeves. Stephen Milam at shortstop. Daniel Dickinson at second base. Jared Jones at first. Curriel, Stanfield, and Brown left to right in the outfield. 2 outs, the 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Another breaking ball. And Anthony Ianson starts game 2, striking out the side for West Virginia. 3 up, 3 down, all by strikeout. 1-0 LSU leads. We head to the top of the second. Tigers will have 7, 8, 9 due up, led by Tanner Reeves, Luis Hernandez, and Chris Stanfield after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Score big with MMR. Join the team at the largest privately owned open shop electrical and instrumentation contractor in the nation, headquartered right here in Baton Rouge. MMR is committed to positioning each team member for success. Whether you're a student seeking an internship, just starting your career, or already a seasoned professional, MMR offers a variety of positions just for you. Get in the game at MMR, where your future is bright. Kick off your career at mmrgrp.com/careers. MMR, a proud partner of LSU Athletics.
Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted experts for all your home service needs. With over 35 years of dedicated service, we prioritize your comfort and satisfaction. As an official partner of LSU Athletics, we bring our expertise to every game, from installations to repairs. Our team delivers honest pricing with no surprises. Call us today at 225-777-8888 and experience the difference with Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Go Tigers!
Hey Tiger fans, are you ready to roar? Oxbow Rum Distillery is the official rum for LSU Athletics. Our cane to glass rum is made just 2 miles north of Tiger Stadium. We handcraft every drop from our own Louisiana sugarcane, all grown right across the river. So whether you're tailgating at the stadium or dropping by our tasting room for a tour and cocktail, you'll be keeping it local. Visit Oxbow Rum Distillery, open Thursday to Sunday, noon to 6. Go Tigers!
Hear the Fighting Tigers roar on the road to Omaha. Baton Rouge Super Regional coverage continues from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
An early 1-0 lead for LSU. We hit the top of the second inning. Tanner Reeves getting the start tonight at third base. Left-hander starts it off for the Tigers here. And the first pitch. Be a called strike for the fastball to make it 0-1. Jack Kartsanis again, the starter for the Mountaineers. Gave up 1 run on 2 hits. Near the top of the first as Reeves tries to wait on it, lays back, but fouls it down the left field line and falls behind in the count, 0-2. Fans, Our Lady of the Lake, proud to be LSU's championship health partner. Together, LSU and Our Lady of the Lake, champions for Louisiana. Learn more at olrmc.com/LSU. Here's the 0-2 to Reeves. Ground ball, takes a bounce on the mound. Tough hop, but handled by Kresser at shortstop. He'll throw to first to Lumsden in time. And Reeves retired, 1 away.
We'll see if Kartsanis settles in a little bit here. He was kind of all over the place with all of his pitches in that first inning. He was missing with the fastball. He hung a couple of breaking balls. Looked a little bit more relaxed there in that AB against Tanner Reeves. So we'll see if there's a little bit of a settle-in factor for a guy making his first super regional start in front of more people than he's ever pitched in front of, I'm certain.
Luis Hernandez stands in. Luis 0 for 2. Also got plunked on a couple of occasions, able to reach base. And in fact, Hernandez scoring 3 runs in LSU's win yesterday. First pitch, fastball missed outside, 1-0.
Hernandez swinging the bat really well. Had a great regional. Led all Tigers with a .533 average in the 4 games here in the Baton Rouge Regional.
The 1-0 in on the hands, and he fights it off, fouls it right side. That'll make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Turned into a nice night here in the capital city. In about a 3-hour delay, a little less than 3-hour delay from original start time. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. A breaking ball underneath the bat of Hernandez. Moving behind in the count, 1-2.
I'll tell you, Chris, I can't tell there was a delay based on the crowd. It looks completely full at the box this evening.
Oh, they're without doubt ready to watch this game tonight. Some left and came back. This pitch from Kartsanis misses high. That'll even the count now to Hernandez, 2-2. By the way, our AccuTemp game day forecast currently 83 degrees. Partly cloudy skies, but breeze blowing left to right towards the Intimidator here at the box. The 2-2s hit foul back behind us. Keeps the count even.
We told you about Kartsanis and the 92 to 95 mile an hour fastball. His slider will be 80 to 84, and he also throws a cutter. So the cutter will be a little bit harder. Kind of works a lot like the slider. Doesn't move as much, and of course it'll be just a little more velocity on it.
1 out, nobody on. Hernandez awaits. Kartsanis, the 2-2 to the plate. Line drive, but right at Kresser. A couple of steps to his left. A little bit of a leap, and he pulls it in for out number 2. Sharply hit, but right at the Mountaineers shortstop.
Yeah, that one came in at 92.5, and I think it left it louder than that, but right at the shortstop, as you mentioned. That's a good swing there from Luis with 2 strikes, but nothing to show for it.
Well, I like both swings from Hernandez and Reeves. Before that, a ball hit right on the nose, right at the shortstop, and so 2 good swings. So Kartsanis not missing many bats at the moment.
That'll get Chris Stanfield to the plate, batting once again in the 9 spot where he spent most of the season, but very effective. First pitch off speed, a called strike, and it's 0-1. Stanfield, right-hander awaits. Cartsana's 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball missed low and away. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Stanfield so far in the NCAA tournament, batting .263. He's 5 for 19. One pitch. Swing and a foul. Stanfield sends a bouncer towards the on-deck circle of the Mountaineers, left of home plate. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. They'll have Gavin Kelly, the second baseman, about 3 steps to the left of second base, so a semi-shift here for the Mountaineer infield. Here's the 1-2 to Stanfield. Did he go? Pitch was low. They appeal to first. They say no, he did not go around. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And much like last night with that wind blowing pretty briskly, at times left to right, but at times straight back towards Tiger Stadium in the distance. 2 outs and the 2-2. It's low. Good take by Stanley. That'll fill the count 3-2.
Yeah, I'm not saying that the 2 home runs that Milam or Pearson hit were win-aided, but they just didn't look like they were going to get out off the bat. And so those 2 balls hit on a night like tonight with the wind certainly going to get out the ballpark. So hopefully LSU can take advantage of that with 100 homers on the year as a team.
Payoff pitch to Stanfield. Swung on and just left of third base foul. Keep it 3-2.
This is a good at bat from Stanfield here. 2 quick outs, and as I mentioned, you're trying to get into this West Virginia bullpen. The more pitches you can force Carsanis to throw, the better. Stanfield's worked it full. He's taken a couple of tough 2-strike pitches. He fouled 1 off, and we'll see if he can get aboard. But either way, he's made Carsanis work a little bit. It wasn't quite as efficient an inning as it looked like it may be.
This will be pitch number 43, and another payoff delivery. Miss low, and Stanfield will pick up the base on balls. So with 2 outs, a runner aboard now for LSU, leading 1-0. Here the top of the second inning. Mentioned it last night. Following the game, Tigers winning 16-9. Again, credit West Virginia, as we said, they didn't go away. They kept swinging. Again, put up 9 runs against LSU, but the free passes offered up by the Mountaineer pitching staff, I believe 13 total with hit by pitch and walks. And I believe 10 Tigers who were walked or hit by pitch came around to score. See if the Tigers can take advantage as Curiel led off the game with a double to left center field. Will stand back in. Squared to bunt. The pitch, though, inside and low as he brings it back, and it's 1 ball, no strikes.
That will force the third baseman Guzman to come in just a couple of steps. He's the only infielder on the left side of the infield.
1-0. Again, low and inside with a breaking ball for Cartsanos. Starts out Curiel, 2 balls, no strikes. Stanfield takes his lead off of first. He's 5 of 6 in stolen bases. Cartsanos fires the 2-0 pitch, and that one catches the inner half. Goes back to a fastball, and it's 2-1 now. Curiel. Two-one pitch, swing and a miss out in front. Cartsanos pulls the string to even the count, 2-2. We've talked all season about Derek Curiel and the maturity in which he plays with. And at this point of the year, probably can't put the true freshman tag on him after being a big part of this team all season long, but still impressive the way he can yield a bat. As they throw over to keep an eye on Stanfield, he's back easily. Saw it yesterday with the opposite field home run to left.
Yeah, and the power on the double in the first inning to lead off the game. I mean, that ball was hit really well, and I would have never thought it had gotten as far as it did off the wall.
2-2. This one in on the hands, missing to fill the count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Cartsanis is struggling to find that put-away pitch. He's got 2 strikes on a number of LSU hitters, and he can't seem to find the one to put him away.
LSU up 1-0, top of the second. Stanfield off and running on the payoff pitch, and again a breaking ball missed low and inside. Back-to-back walks. Curiel now aboard. Runners first and second with 2 outs. And we'll see Ethan Fry.
The pitch count's climbing in a hurry, Buzz. Chris, this will be his 50th pitch now, and we're still in the second inning.
Well, you made a good point with the Stanfield at bat. Even if Stanfield wouldn't have drew the walk, he put together a good at bat, saw a lot of pitches, and was able to draw the walk. Now, Derek Curiel, one of the tougher outs, he gets on. And yeah, I mean, look, you get 2 quick outs, but the inning's not over, and if LSU can make them pay, this will be a big boost for this LSU offense.
First delivery to Ethan Fry, missed inside. Ethan with a fly ball out to center field. Skylar Keene, his first time up. And they'll keep Gavin Kelly, the second baseman, left of the bag, holding Stanfield on. The 1-0. It's low and away again, now 2-0.
This is a spot for a fastball here for Ethan Fry. He needs to come out of his shoes if he gets one in the happy zone.
Yeah, Cortana's pitching a little afraid of contact at the moment. Just being a little too fine, and you're right. If Ethan Fry needs to dial one in, just box one up and get one pitch that you're looking for.
Cartsanis now will turn and throw back to second. Stanfield easily back. Tigers 1 run on 2 hits. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Stanfield at second base, Curiel at first. Plenty of good wheels on the base pads for LSU with Fry at the plate. Cartsanis, the 2-0 pitch. Down in the dirt, blocked up by Save, the catcher, and now 3-0.
A 2-0 slider there that really wasn't even all that competitive. Cartsanis just doesn't have very good feel for his stuff tonight. He's hanging in there, and LSU hasn't delivered a huge blow, but there's just not a lot of quality coming out of that right arm right now.
3-0 delivery on its way. Way upstairs and inside. Ball 4 will load the bases for LSU here with 2 outs in the top of the second. And it'll be Stephen Milam, who was in a similar position yesterday in game 1. Launched one opposite field, batting from the right side to the diamond deck. But that's going to bring Coach Steve Sabins now out of the West Virginia dugout. And that slow walk to the mound as the infield gathers around Jack Cartsanis, the starting pitcher.
Cartsanis now 4 walks in the game thus far. He only walked 1 last week at Clemson. Looking at his statistics this year, that is a season high for walks. He had not walked 4 in any of his previous outings. So whether it's a guy that just doesn't have his stuff tonight or the environment's gotten to him a little bit, he's just, I mean, those last 2 pitches to Fry were nowhere near with a slider and a fastball.
Not competitive, and I think it's a little bit of both. I think he doesn't have good feel for it, and you got 11, 12,000 strong just breathing down your neck. I think there's a little bit of the nervousness factor kicking in as well. So to your point, I think it's a little bit of both.
Hard to overstate this spot in the game here, Buzz. You've got a team that's playing for a season, as we've mentioned. The bases are loaded. You've got a guy that's sizzling hot over the last 2 weeks. Left-handers crush Cartsanis. He doesn't have his best stuff. If Milam doesn't produce here, it's going to be a real shot of life to West Virginia. If he does, all of a sudden they start going, uh-oh. This is just a big, big spot in the game.
Long extended meeting, but now they finally break it up. Coach Saban's on his way back to the dugout. Mentioned the environment here tonight. I really appreciated the post-game comments from Sam White for the Mountaineers, the designated hitter. He was asked about the environment here at the box. He said, I think it probably was the loudest stadium we played in. Gave a lot of tip of the cap, I should say, to the Tiger fans. But again, Stephen Milam can get this place on 11. He can deliver a clutch hit here with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Cartsanis comes set. The right-hander fires. First pitch, a strike at the belt to make it 0-1. Fans join MMR, the largest privately owned open shop electrical and instrumentation contractor in the nation and a proud partner of LSU Athletics. Stanfield at third, Curiel at second, Ethan Fry aboard at first base. Stanfield dancing down the line at third. Cartsanis, though, will bring the 0-1 pitch, and it missed low and away to the left-handed hitting Milam to even the count 1-1. Milam with his first grand slam yesterday, and again, it came from the right side against the left-handed pitcher. He's got 11 round trippers on the year. Right now, it's just find the outfield grass. The 1-1. Miss low. 2-1.
Got to be real selective here, Buzz. He's missing everywhere. If it's not right down the chute, You might want to think about spitting on it.
Well, we talk about that all the time, Doug and I. When you get in ahead in the count as a hitter against a guy who's struggling with command, you really got to make him come to you. Pick one spot.
The 2-1 rip down the line. Fair ball into right. Takes a huge bounce into the corner off the wall. That'll score Stanfield. That'll bring in Curiel. They wave Fry in. He will score. A base-clearing double for Stephen Milam. RBI 52, 53, and 54. And it is a 4-0 LSU lead, and this place is lit.
He got the one we were looking for, Buzz. Fastball up and in. He did not miss it. Spun on it and hit a missile just over the glove of the first baseman, just inside the bag, clearing the bases. What a swing there from Stephen Milam.
Yeah, that's what when we talk about looking for one spot, one pitch, that's absolutely it. And what, a few inches from it being a line drive right at the first, or not right at the first baseman, but into his glove, and the complexion of the game changes. And so, yeah, that's what you're looking for. You want the big double. A lot of times that's what you want. The home run sometimes gets the crowd out of it.
Here's a base hit from Jake Brown into right field. They're going to wave Milam around. The throw, not in time. Milam easily scores standing up, and it is now 5-0 LSU.
Jay Johnson stacked his lineup with left-handers at the top because left-handers hit 300 against Jack Kartsanis and right-handers only hit less than 200. Derek Curiel starts this thing off with a big double in the first inning, and then you get two guys to the plate with runners in scoring position who both hit left-handed. They both come through. A thing of beauty right now for LSU.
And when it's all said and done, after Kartsanis is out of this game, left-handers may be hitting about 330 off of him because he's not missing many bats, and they're putting a lot of good swings. It's good to see this LSU offense come alive early in this game.
4 runs on 2 hits so far. Here in the top of the second, coming with 2 outs in the inning. Jared Jones stands in. The first pitch gets away from Save. Kartsanis throws it into the left-handed batter's box. All the way to the backstop it goes, and that'll give Jake Brown a free ticket to second base. So again, the Tigers with a runner in scoring position, leading 5-0.
Well, they've got a right-hander down in their bullpen, does West Virginia. That's number 99, Chase Meyer.
1 ball, no strikes to Jared Jones. Jones a single back in that first inning. The pitch, big swing, but a foul bouncer down the third base line. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, I know everyone loves the grand slam. I love a double with the bases loaded.
I think so.
When you get guys just moving around, of course, right fielder Reinhardt bobbled it. I think runner was going to score regardless, but with the bobble down in right field, he was able to score easily.
1 ball, 1 strike to Jones. The pitch, too far inside. That'll make it 2-1.
That mound's a lonely place right now for Mr. Kartsanis.
5-0 LSU. We're in the top of the second inning. The Tigers have plated 4 runs on 2 hits. A chance to add to it. Now Kartsanis going to turn and throw back to second. The least favorite play in college baseball.
That may be trying to get that guy warmed down in the bullpen. I think Mr. Kartsanis wants to get off that mound.
We said it yesterday. There are times when it is certainly needed, but not appreciated by most fans. Here's the 2-1 to Jones. Off the end of the bat, little slow roller foul, first base side. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Find your nearest location. Order online or use the app. Walk On Sports Bistro for the win.
You love it from an offensive standpoint when you get this done all with 2 outs, too. I mean, that is a dagger for the opposing team.
Here's the 2-2 to Jones. Popped it up. Near second base, going over Gavin Kelly. Now backpedaling. He can't make the play. It drops in shallow center field. Coming in to score, Jake Brown will make it 6-0. And we mentioned it yesterday before the start of this series. If there was one big disparity between these 2 teams, it was in the fielding category, and that one a costly mistake by Gavin Kelly. I don't think Skylar King, who was playing deep in center field, had any chance. It was only Kelly's to make. But at the last moment on its way down, you could see him panic hunt, and he couldn't get a glove on it.
He camped out. He just camped out 20 feet short of where the ball landed because of the wind. So he started backpedaling, and he couldn't get there.
6-0 now. Tigers lead. Dickinson trying to bunt a pitch up and in. May have got him on the finger.
They're going to call it a strike.
Yeah, they're going to say it's a strike. Dickinson trying to lobby to hit by a pitch, but he was clearly squared to bunt. The pitch was up and in. He couldn't bring it back in time, and that one's going to sting a little bit. Jay Johnson coming out. Going to talk to the home plate umpire, who, by the way, is Jason Bradley, but now we'll move to just check on Dickinson. They'll bring Isaac Trujillo, the trainer, out of the dugout as well, because you could see that one smarted quite a bit.
LSU's been beat up a little bit over these last two games with hit by pitches. Hernandez took a couple yesterday, one off the kneecap. Curriel was hit by a pitch. Tiger's not afraid to get hit. You just want him to get hit in places that, how do you say, just a little more meat on the bone.
Yeah, that one got him right on the right hand as he squared the bunt. That's it's not real comfortable at 92 miles an hour. Yeah, just right off the hand as he was trying to pull back from the bunt. Ooh, that could have done some damage there. Good thing Dickinson's okay.
So he will stand back in with an 0-1 count. Jones at first, and the pitch to Dickinson down in the dirt. Logan Save putting everything he could to block it up. Got away from him, but not far enough. Jones will stay put at first base. The Tigers with 5 runs on 3 hits here at the top of the second inning. They have a 6-0 lead. A lot of baseball left here on this Sunday night. The 1-1 to Dickinson. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball dropped away to the right-hander. It's now 1-2.
It took 63 pitches, but that was a really good one. That was a good slider that broke off the plate there for Dickinson.
Here's the 1-2. Chased one away off the plate. Down on strikes goes Dickinson. Cardenas with his first strikeout of the night, but the Tigers put a 5 spot up in the top of the second. They do it on 3 hits. They leave 1 man on. We played an inning and a half. LSU leading West Virginia 6-0. Mountaineers coming to the plate after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, this is Eddie Kennison, former LSU football wide receiver. If you know me, you know I'm all about making big plays.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
That's why I joined the team at LSU Sports Properties. Our goal here is to help businesses make big plays both on and off the field. If you want to give your brand that competitive edge and be a part of the biggest stage in college sports, give the corporate sponsorship team at LSU Athletics a call. Your brand, our fans. Utilize the power of LSU Athletics to promote your business and sponsor LSU Athletics today. Call 225-578-2788. Go Tigers.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state and beyond.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
The road to Omaha continues for LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. Back to the Baton Rouge Super Regional on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana, proud to be the official health insurance of LSU Athletics. Louisiana Blue, live Louisiana, we've got you. Oh, Tigers off to a fantastic start here in Game 2 of the Super Regional. They lead 6-0 over West Virginia. As we battle here in the bottom of the second inning, Sam White will lead it off. White batting cleanup as the designated hitter, left-handed. Lions 1-0 delivery at the knees for a strike to even it up. 1-1. Sam White went 3 for 5 in Game 1. Scored 3 runs. And one of the home runs that drove in 2 RBI. There's a swing and a miss. Gets Ianson ahead 1-2. And guys, we said it earlier. hoping LSU can get out to an early lead with Anthony Ianson on the bump. Well, now the baseball's in his hand. He's got a 6-0 lead. We'll see how he responds. The 1-2 pitch, just a bit high. We'll even the count 2-2.
Yesterday after LSU had those huge innings, it took a long time. It seemed like Kate Anderson struggled a little bit to get back out there and get into a rhythm. Ianson was so good at striking out the side in the first. We'll see how he responds to a little bit of an extended break.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got away again from Hernandez on a nasty breaking ball, but he'll pick it up. Throw to first in plenty of time. Anthony Ianson has done nothing but strike out Mountaineers. He's faced 4 batters. He's got 4 strikeouts. There's one gone here in the bottom of the second. You mentioned that a couple of big innings between the 5th and 6th. Kate Anderson was in that dugout for nearly 48 minutes. It was 38 minutes before he got back out on the mound.
Well, Anthony Ianson didn't take any rust to get back out on the mound. He did the exact same thing he did in the first inning with a strikeout, and Luis Hernandez had to throw down on all 4 of them.
Gavin Kelly to the plate. First pitch a strike with a fastball, and it's 0-1.
Well, it's obvious early in the game that West Virginia not picking up the breaking pitch from Ianson as they're swinging right through it.
The 0-1. Another heater, but low and inside. That'll make it 1 ball, 1 strike. To Gavin Kelly. He went 3 for 4 yesterday with a run scored, a couple of RBI as well. This time Ianson with the breaking ball, missed low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Kelly batted .214 last weekend in those 3 wins in the Clemson Regional. The 2-1 missed away. Make it 3 balls, 1 strike now. West Virginia down 6-0. They're just looking for anything positive at this point. We'll see if Kelly even swings at this offering. 3-1. Almost did. Pitch, they'll peel down at first. They say he went around. So that will fill the count, 3-2. Go 1 or 2 ways when you're in this position. Even though you have Anthony Ianson, who's a strike thrower, you either get uber aggressive or you try to put the pressure on the pitcher. That time the pitch was low with a fastball. Kelly will get aboard. Mountaineers have their first base runner of the night. That'll bring Skylar King, the center fielder, to the plate for the first time this evening. Toyota's Summer Starts Here sales event is on right now. Start your summer right and an exciting new Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer or Toyota.com today.
Lions will get into the stretch for the first time in the ball game.
Checks the runner at first. Now the pitch to the left-hander King. Missed inside, ball 1.
I'll tell you what's good about LSU putting up a few runs early in the game and getting that 6th spot, that 6-run lead is West Virginia does like to run. They have 109 stolen bases on the year. Kelly down at first base is 15 of 17, and with the right-hander and Ianson, a little bit easier to try to swipe bags than it was against Anderson yesterday, the left-hander.
This pitch down in the dirt, got away from Hernandez, and a good read by Kelly. He's off and running. Without a throw, he'll be in at second base.
And it was a good read, but when you're up 6 runs, it kind of takes the other team out of their game plan, out of what they like to do. And again, West Virginia, we told you, doesn't hit a lot of home runs, although they had the 2 yesterday. But they like to get on base and kind of manufacture steal bases. Again, that nice lead early in the game kind of takes them out of their the way they like to do things.
And Monster Milam came in and chatted with Anthony Ianson there. Now Luis Hernandez out to chat as well. They may be going over signals with a runner on second base for the first time. But Ianson, we just talked about it. Let's see if he can respond to a long break in the dugout. He issued his first walk. Now wild pitch, and now you're down 2-0 to the next hitter. So time to lock back in the way he started this ball game.
Runner at second, 1 down. Skylar King at the plate. A 2-0 count as Ianson delivers. Goes back to the heat, finds the inside corner, and that'll make it 2-1.
Absolutely no concerns with the stuff for Ianson tonight after the 2 outings last week. 95 with the fastball. The breaking ball's obviously been very sharp, so he looks good as new.
1 out, runner at second, the 2-1 pitch. Again, miss low. Make it 3 balls, 1 strike, so back-to-back hitters now. Heading the count against Anthony Ianson.
Well, in that inning and 2/3 that he came in, against Little Rock on that final game of the regional. He only threw 20 pitches, but you're right. I mean, it's getting up, it's warming up. It's more than just 20 pitches. You know, it's going through the whole routine, but he does look sharp.
3-1, high chopping ground ball. Dickinson has to wait on the third hop, but gets it. Gets it over to Jones in time at first for the 4-3 put out. 2 gone. Does move the runner to third base, so Kelly now just 90 feet away, and it'll be up to Jace Reinhardt, the right fielder.
20 pitches last Monday, certainly not too much for a workload. It does change your week, though. When does your bullpen happen? I mean, these guys get into a routine over the course of a season. You probably have to scale back your midweek bullpen after that. Maybe you scrap it totally, and so it's just a little bit different. But he looks good tonight. I don't have any concerns.
So now with Reinhardt at the plate, a right-hander, and Ianson fires. Breaking ball in for a strike to start him out 0-1.
Reinhardt down in that 7-hole, kind of hidden down there, hitting .314 on the year, but leads the team in doubles with 21, tied for second on the team with 8 home runs.
This one launched in the air, right center field. Stanfield going back, and Stanfield, a little bit of a leap as he lands into the wall, and he makes the play for out number 3. A little dazzle there from Stanny in right center. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left on for the Mountaineers. It's still a 6-0 lead as we head to the top of the 3rd. Tigers again will have 7, 8, and 9 to start it off. Reeves, Hernandez, and Stanfield on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Live from the red carpet where the stars shine bright. It's the moment we've been waiting for. First up, Perfection Pays. Play perfect tens from the lottery. Win up to $5,000. Next up, triple the fun. Triple the cash. Play triple play. Win up to $12,000. The glitter. The glamour. Play Fab 5. Top prize, $155,555. Play all 3 games today. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
In a region famous for its cuisine, Blue Plate Mayo has been a staple since 1927. From New Orleans to Lafayette, Houma to Baton Rouge, it's the mayo Louisiana reaches for when it's time to make something delicious. Whether it's dressing a po' boy or making that perfect dipping sauce for crawfish, it has to be Blue Plate. Blue Plate Mayo, the official mayo of LSU Athletics. That's the good stuff.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
We head to the top of the 3rd inning of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. Presented by Bengal Pest Products. Guaranteed overnight extermination with Bengal.
LSU leading 6-0. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Game 2 of this Super Regional. The Tigers winning last night in Game 1 by a final of 16-9. Fans, remember, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the home run celebrations. So whether you're buying or selling tickets, SeatGeek, the place to do it. Official ticket marketplace of LSU Athletics. Expect the expected in SeatGeek. Tanner Reeves going to lead things off. Tanner led off the 2nd inning, had a ground ball out to second, or rather shortstop. Brody Kresser, his first pitch comes in. New pitcher on the mound. Chase Meyer now takes over for the Mountaineers. Very quick outing. Nearly 70 pitches in the first 2 frames by Jack Kartsanis. So now Meyer will try his hand. Misses outside to make it 1 ball, 1 strike to Reeves.
Well, Meyer making his 22nd appearance of the year. He is 9-2 with a 4.09 ERA. Does have 1 save on the year.
1-1. Fastball gets by Reeves. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2.
Yeah, he's got 44 innings pitched, given up 30 hits, 20 earned runs, 34 walks, and 62 strikeouts. It's a good arm. It's 94-98.
Pitch up and in near the hands, and we'll even the count. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's fastball, curveball, changeup, and he will mix in a cutter. But again, the 34 walks in the 44 innings. At times, he will struggle with his command.
2-2, low and inside. That'll fill the count now to Reeves.
Myers came in last week in the ninth against Clemson, trying to nail things down. Walked 2 and hit 2 in the ninth inning of a ball game. He will struggle with command.
3-2. Reeves puts a swing in it, but fouls it out. Left side, still 3-2.
He had a 6-walk game against Kansas State back in May over 4 innings. So this is probably the best stuff on the West Virginia staff in terms of easy velocity, good curveball, but he sprays it a little bit.
Another payoff delivery, and did Reeves go around? He stayed back on a pitch up and outside. So Reeves will head to first base on a leadoff walk. Runner aboard. We'll see Luis Hernandez come to the plate. Luis 0 for 1. He lined out. Smoked baseball, but right at Brody Kressler. Shortstop for the Mountaineers.
Well, Doug and I talk about this all the time, Hunt. You know, it doesn't matter what level of baseball. If you're going to put on 13 guys like they did yesterday and going to continue to give free bases out to the LSU hitters, you're not going to have a whole lot of success.
First pitch to Luis, a called strike. 97 on the gun this time from Meyer, the reliever. And it's 0-1.
You get away with it at certain levels and certain maybe stadiums. You ain't gonna get away with it in this stadium on this scene in a super regional.
Breaking ball catches the outside corner quickly. Hernandez behind in the count 0-2.
This will probably be that curveball, and it's a good one. We'll see if Luis can see it.
The 0-2 went to the fastball, but it missed way outside to the right-hander. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He overthrew that one. Got it up to 96, but pulled it to the glove side.
Reeves, 3-step lead off of first base, nobody out. The 1-2 is the breaking ball. Hernandez skies it to right field. Reinhardt underneath and will make the play for out number 1. Reeves back to first base, and with 1 away, we'll see Chris Stanfield come to the plate.
To your point there, Buzz, like yesterday, 13 free bases, 10 of them come home to score. Back in the second inning, you walk 2 guys right in front of Stephen Milam. He hits a 3-run double. I mean, that's just you can't win doing that if you're West Virginia. And LSU's making them pay to their credit.
Go back to last Sunday and the free passes given up by LSU allowed Arkansas Little Rock to stay alive.
Oh, it works both ways, that's for sure.
First pitch to Stanfield, missed outside for Meyer, and it's 1-0. Standing aboard on a walk and scored on that base clearing double by Milam. Pitch missed away. It's 2-0.
The mission accomplished by LSU. You get Garzanas out of the game after 2 innings. Now you're going to work against a bullpen that's very, very tired and has not had a lot of success the last 3 weeks.
The 2-0, Stanfield sends it a mile high into the air. Down left field way, Kyle West on the track, goes to his left, back to his right, then his left, and makes the play for out number 2. The wind almost got him. He was pretty good sprint towards the line and left, then stopped. Came back towards center field, was able to make the play.
Was that a situation where maybe the wind did not help it? The wind's moving a little more right center now than it was blowing kind of directly out when the game started. I'm wondering if is that ball, although it was hit high, I thought as high as it is, that wind's going to help it out and get out of the ballpark first couple rows, and it actually stayed in pretty good.
I think you're right, Buzz. I thought that ball was going to get out based on the wind, and it actually turned and pushed it back into the field of play.
Derek Curiel quickly batting for the 3rd time tonight. He's 1 for 1, and that double to start the game. The first pitch, fastball from Meyer, missed outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Got aboard on a walk back in the second. Scored a run as well. 1-0, fouled off the bat of Curiel. Comes off the catcher Sabe, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
We've seen a lot of good ones throughout, the time I've played here. Obviously, it's the times we've watched. As a freshman, have you seen a more polished hitter that you can remember, and say in the last 20, 25 years?
Cruz and Bregman are in that discussion, and they were both the 2nd pick of the draft. So that's kind of what you're looking at here.
Pitch missing outside to Curiel, 2-1.
That didn't take you long to say Cruz and Bregman did it.
2-1 pitch, almost caught him. It's inside, backs him up. Now 3-1.
Those 2 guys can play a little bit.
And if it wasn't for Paul Skeens, Cruz would have been the number 1 pick.
That's correct.
Runner at first, 2 down, and the 3-1. Curiel tried to lay back. He fouls it into the screen left side.
I think what impresses me so much about Curiel is just the way that it doesn't, I know they've got the shift on right now, but I just feel like he can hit the ball to any part of the ballpark. He hits it with authority. It's not really a punch and Judy type guy. I mean, it's a guy that can hit to all parts of the field.
Again, trying to go opposite field. He'll launch this one into the seats down the line and left. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes to Derek Curiel with the Tigers up 6-0 here, top of the third. 2 down, Tanner Reeves aboard down at first base.
Well, just in this series, he's got an opposite field home run and an opposite field double. So, I mean, that's been on full display.
Another payoff delivery from Meyer. The off-speed pitch misses high. That'll put Curiel aboard for a 3rd time tonight. So with 2 outs, very similar guys to the top of the 2nd inning. Now the Tigers have runners 1st and 2nd. Strike zone getting elusive now for the reliever Chase Meyer. And he'll face Ethan Fry.
Oh, by the way, not scared to take a walk, too. Get deep in counts and take pitches. I always find the best hitters are just as comfortable with 2 strikes as they are, in a 3-1, 2-0 count. And that's what Curiel does so well. Now, another big opportunity for Ethan Fry.
Fry was walked and scored his last time up. First delivery inside. He was able to hold back on a fastball, and it's 1-0.
We'll see if West Virginia retires Derek Curiel before they get on a flight back to Morgantown. They have not done it yet.
The 1-0 pitch. Upstairs, high level, make it 2 balls, no strikes. Fry sent one high in the air to left center field, handled by Skylar King, his first at bat back in the 1st inning. Reeves at second, Curiel at first. The 2-0 pitch popped up. This one will get out of play over our heads. 2-1 the count. Fans, when the Tigers win, you win. Enter promo code LSU50 the day after an LSU baseball victory and receive 50% off your online pizza order at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Public service to all. Tigers won last evening, 16-9. 2-1 pitch. Again, the fastball off the plate inside. Make it 3-1 now to Ethan Fry.
Literally, again, the book on Meyer is make him throw strikes. You can't get swing happy from an offensive standpoint. LSU's done a good job of getting in good counts. See if we can get a good pitch.
3-1. Down the middle for a strike with a fastball. Now 3-2.
That one was groove, but Fry didn't pull the trigger. Now they'll start the merry-go-round at 1st and 2nd. We'll see if Ethan can't find a gap somewhere.
Payoff delivery, swing and a miss. 95-mile-an-hour fastball up and in, and Fry went after but came up empty. Tigers go scoreless, no hits. They leave 2 men on. They still lead 6-0. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning here at the box. Game 2 of the Super Regional. LSU 6, West Virginia nothing. Mountaineers coming up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
LSU Tiger fans are gearing up with real Tigers apparel and merchandise from the official online store at lsushop.net. Get jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, official team merchandise from Nike, accessories, and much more. Over 3,600 products, all shipped right to your door. Head to the place real Tiger fans go for the selection only real Tiger fans get at lsushop.net.
Score big with MMR. Join the team at the largest privately owned open shop electrical and instrumentation contractor in the nation, headquartered right here in Baton Rouge. MMR is committed to positioning each team member for success. Whether you're a student seeking an internship, just starting your career, or already a seasoned professional, MMR offers a variety of positions just for you. Get in the game at MMR, where your future is bright. Kick off your career at mmrgrp.com/careers. MMR, a proud partner of LSU Athletics.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
The bottom of the 3rd inning of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball is presented by Bengal Pest Products. Guaranteed overnight extermination with Bengal.
It's the game everyone loves to play. Play Scrabble Scratch Off from the lottery. You could win up to $50,000. Pick up Scrabble Scratch Off today. Must be at least 21 to purchase. LSU leading West Virginia. Bottom of the 3rd inning. It's a 6-0 Tiger lead. Anthony Ianson Out to start his third inning of work, Ben Lumsden, the first baseman, swings at the first pitch. A ground ball made its way to Dickinson. Scoops it up, throws to first. One pitch and one out. Certainly will help Anthony Ianson here to start off the bottom of the third inning. Lumsden retired. Now we'll see bottom of the order, Brody Kresser, the shortstop. Kresser in game one, 0 for 4. The strikeout victim in yesterday's first game.
Love the strikeouts, love a first pitch out too. And big quick inning just with the doctor will order for Ianson.
First delivery to Kresser down low, got away from Hernandez. 1 ball, no strikes. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on this, the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network and the LSU Sports mobile app.
Along with Buzzy Heidel, Hunt Palmer, I'm Chris Blair. Taylor Sharp on controls back of the studio. Welcome back into Alec Box Stadium. 6-0 LSU leads. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Kresser at the plate. 3 pitches missing by Ianson. Now it's a 3-0 count to Kresser, who again went 0 for 4 in game 1 yesterday. At the bottom of the order, see if Ianson can battle back here. 3-0 pitch. Take was on. It's a called strike with a fastball to make it 3-1.
The outfield will play Kresser to hit the ball the other way. Derek Curiel significantly off the line in left field.
3-1 pitch comes in a little high, and Kresser will reach base by way of walk. Ianson now delivers his second walk of the game. And with 1 out, a runner aboard for the Mountaineers. Kresser, by the way, 13 of 16 in stolen bases. Now to the top of the order, Armani Guzman. Maybe not an all and out steal, as you said, down 6-0 for West Virginia. They got to be very smart, try to move them station to station, but could see a hit and run here with Guzman, who's swinging a good bat so far in NCAA play, although went 1 for 4 in yesterday's action. First pitch missing low from Ianson. 1 ball, no strikes. Hernandez threatened. Back pick down to first and sliding back safely is Kresser.
Last pitch from Ianson, that was his 40th pitch of the night. Give you a comparison of where West Virginia is. West Virginia had 94 pitches.
Guzman from the left side has that open stance. Ianson, the 1-0, squaring to bunt. Guzman can't make contact. The called strike with a fastball will make it 1-1.
Those 90 pitches will make Jay Johnson a happy man. That's a guy who wants to see those opposing pitchers throw and throw and throw and throw.
Kresser again, sizable lead off of first. Ianson from the stretch and the 1-1. Guzman had ideas but holds back on a breaking ball. It's low and inside. Now 2-1.
Yeah, that's as much as part of Jay Johnson's offense as hitting home runs and doubles and everything else. Driving in runs is seeing pitches and getting free passes, which LSU's done a good job of this postseason.
Pitch missed outside, just off the outer black, and it's now 3-1 to Guzman. 1 out, Kresser aboard on a walk. Now a 3-1 count to the leadoff hitter. Here's the 3-1 delivery. High chop over the head of Ianson. Milam going to charge in, try to barehand it. Throw back to second, and just back to the bag is Kresser. Heads up play by Milam again on that high chop. He had to come all the way in from the shortstop, nearly right side of the mound, to pick it barehanded off the grass. No chance to get Guzman at first, but a quick turn after Kresser had reached second, went around, and was able to just get back in time.
And that's just an unlucky play for LSU there. The ball either, and they'll review it back at second base, but the ball either hit the plate or inches in front of the plate and just got over Ianson's head. Milam came charging in 100 miles an hour and picked it up on the bare hand cleanly, but Guzman runs really well, and he wasn't going to be able to get him at first base. It was a smart play not to throw the ball to first base, because only bad things could have happened if you do that. Milam tries to back pick to Dickinson.
Buzzy, you go back to yesterday, we talked about it. Milam tried that double play with a runner going from second to third, and we said, hey, maybe if he fakes that throw, looks back to third, maybe he gets a guy picked off. Looked like he was thinking that all the way there.
Yeah, high IQ play. I was always a big fan of the arm fake and look behind, the throw behind. A lot of times you'll see it first and second on a ground ball double play where the guy who's on second base maybe take a little round, too far around third base, and you try to back pick him. They almost back picked him there, but Doug and I like to try to educate the young kids in Little League, even high school, arm fake in the infield. When you don't have a play at first base, give that good arm fake, really sell it. You'd be surprised how many guys you can get sleeping, kind of making the big turn around another base and get an easy out.
And Dickinson tagged the runner right in the face. I think it was a little bit late. I think he got back to second base, and I think that call will stand.
Oh, good to see Dickinson and Kresser out there having a few congenial words out there. I'm sure Dickinson said, hey, man, trying to make a play. But again, we are under review, brought to you by Acme Oyster House. It's been challenged by LSU. We'll get the call now from our third base umpire.
After video review, the call at second base is confirmed. LSU has lost the challenge.
So the Tigers challenge come up empty. They'll have one challenge remaining after that decision from the umpiring crew and collaborative replay. Jay Johnson now will trot out to the mound, bring the infield in, talk it over with Ianson and Hernandez here with now West Virginia. A little mounting threat, gentlemen, with one out, bottom of the third. Go back to kind of the calling card for this West Virginia team throughout the season, certainly in the postseason, and that has been being a scrappy bunch. And they showed it yesterday, even down big, 10-1 early, or at least midway through that game. Coach Jay Johnson taking no chances here, wants to make sure everybody is on the same page.
Well, I'm sure I'll jinx it just because that's what I always do. But the good news with Ianson in this game is there hadn't been a lot of terribly hard contact. That's the difference. They put together good at-bats yesterday against Anderson, working early in counts and putting some good swings. Ianson's doing a nice job of when he is throwing strikes. West Virginia's not doing a good job of barreling up. Hopefully he can continue to do that.
Sabe, the catcher, now will stand in. He's got runners first and second with one out. Ianson, Tigers hopefully looking for ground ball double play if possible. First delivery to Sabe, a called strike, and it's 0-1.
A little shocked that Jay Johnson went with the review there. I mean, it wasn't like Milam or anybody or Dickinson said, oh, yeah, we absolutely got him. Wonder if he saw something.
Milam gave him.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that. Okay.
Here's the 0-1. Fastball. Strike on the inside corner. Gets Ianson ahead, 0-2.
This is a huge spot here. You've got a big lead. This is 2-3-4 coming up in the West Virginia lineup. The best hitters they've got. A couple guys on base. Ianson needs to bow his neck.
Kresser at second. Guzman at first. One out. The 0-2. In the air to right field. Going back is Jake Brown. Brown on the track. Reaches up. Makes the play. Slams into the wall. Kresser will tag up from second, make it to third. Guzman had to make his way back to first. So now runners on the corners with two outs. Good play by Brown, who really had to get on his horse after that one was launched in the air off the bat of Sabe.
Well, right on cue for me, as hadn't been a ball hit hard all day or all night until I mentioned it. Good job by Jake Brown of making a good play, and still got the double play, or it was two outs, so just need a pitch in the clutch here if you're Anthony Ianson.
That ball was hit well. Brown had to go all the way back to the track, made the catch, and banged up against the wall. She'll take that out for sure. Now I think for me, the best hitter in this lineup for West Virginia, Kyle West, digs in.
So West at the plate, tall left-handed hitter. Runners on the corners with two outs, and Ianson delivers the pitch. A ground ball foul, a bouncer first base side. Get Guzman running on the pitch, will have to make his way back to first base. 0-1 the count to start off Kyle West.
If Guzman takes off again here at some point, we'll see if Hernandez decides to throw down and try to get that out at second base and leave the runner at third base to make a call there, or if they just concede that base and try to work on the hitter.
Milam shaded towards second base. Dickinson deep in the hole at second. Ianson takes a little extra time. In the runner goes. This time Hernandez will fake the throw down as that pitch ruled ball one.
It's Guzman's 17th stolen base of the year. I mean, look, I understand why you don't do it, but I mean, with the 6-run lead, this is big boy baseball. If Hernandez throws a dart down to second base and we get the third out of the inning, I mean, West Virginia's going to be kicking themselves. Again, I understand why. You got Ianson out there, a top strikeout guy in the nation. Let's let him pitch in the clutch.
1-1. Rip but foul down the first base line off the bat of West. Gets Ianson ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
These swings the second time through are significantly better. Salve hit the ball really hard the other way, and now you've seen West square up a couple that have been fouled. So we'll see if Ianson can make his best pitch here. Got to figure the breaking ball's coming here, Buzz.
Yeah, and Hernandez got to, if we put it in the dirt, got to really work hard behind the dish to block it up, keep it in front of you with the guy 90 feet away.
West Virginia runners second and third, 2 outs. They trail 6-0 to LSU. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kyle West. Ianson fires, swing and a miss. Got him with a breaking ball. Down on strikes goes West. Ianson, punch out number 5. And the Mountaineers once again strand runners aboard. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left on. We've played 3 complete. 6-0 LSU leads. Tigers will have the meat of the order coming to the plate, presented by 44 Farms, Milam, Brown, and Jones when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
In Louisiana, we love our LSU Tigers. When the band strikes up those 4 iconic notes, the fans go wild. At Louisiana Blue, we're Tiger fans too. That's why we've teamed up with LSU Athletics to bring you the compassion of the cross and security of the shield, so you're free to wear your stripes and roar. Live Louisiana. We've got you. Louisiana Blue, Louisiana True.
Proud partner of LSU Athletics.
444 for the number you gotta dial. Life throws you a curve, you know that deadly devotion goes the extra mile. Throw your fours up, throw your fours up. There's a number you gotta dial. Throw your fours up, throw your fours up. Deadly devotion goes the extra mile. 444 for the number you gotta dial. Throw your fours up.
Hello, this is Jan at Toyota.
Hi, Jan. Is now a good time to get a new Toyota?
It is. We like to say your summer starts here at your Toyota dealer. Now through June 2nd, we have a great selection of Camrys, Corollas, Tundras, and more.
Right, your summer starts here. I'm a pet sitter, and business is way up as people enjoy their new Toyotas. Stop, Sebastian. Goldie is not dinner. Right, your summer starts here.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details.
Toyota, let's go places.
The top of the 4th inning, presented by Dudley DeBosier Injury Lawyers. Throw your 4s up.
Stephen Milam will start it for the Tigers here in the top of the 4th. LSU leading 6-0 on a Sunday night from Alec Box Stadium in Baton Rouge. NCAA Super Regional action. Chase Meyer continues the relief pitcher for the Mountaineers. Fires the first, and it missed high and outside for ball 1 to Milam. Milam aboard on a walk in the first and had the base-clearing double back in the 2nd inning with the bases loaded. Also came around to score in his own right. Here's the 1-0. This time Myers finds the zone with a fastball to make it 1-1.
Boys, we'll give you a Republic Finance scoreboard update. Over in Corvallis in a winner-take-all game, bottom of the 3rd, Oregon State leading Florida State 7-3.
Milam, soft liner, and a great dive by Kresser. He was shaded towards second base. That one headed towards the 6-hole off the bat of Milam, and a quick first step got Kresser in position. Superman lunge, and he brings it in for the first out.
That's a great swing from Milam. He hit the ball hard, and he hit it to the opposite field. He's seeing it great, which is a huge development for this LSU team this weekend, but certainly if they can play on to next week, he's a guy that can get really hot. He kind of carried LSU at times in the regional last year. He had been slumping really the entirety of SEC play, hit about 200, but for him the last 2 weeks have just been a huge step forward and a big development for this LSU team.
After the quick first out, Jay Johnson going to use one of his 3 offensive timeouts to bring Jake Brown, who's set to come to the plate. Talk it over with he and Jared Jones on the on-deck circle. Want to send a shout-out, safe travels to Doug Thompson, late scratch for today's game. Knew he had to be out of town, but we were scheduled for a 5 o'clock first pitch. Obviously, that got moved back, and other plans took over. So hopefully he's listening to us tonight on that long ride, or maybe watching The Sopranos. Either way, wish him safe travels. Timeout done with. Jake Brown coming to the plate. And we can't thank Hunt Palmer enough. We pulled him out of the main press room and said, get here in the broadcast booth. There's a swing and a miss by Brown going for the fences on a fastball from Meyer, and it's 0-1.
I guess the only question I'd have, did he have to take every fan that we owned in the booth with him to?
It's his own personal fans. Here's the 0-1. Strike on the inside corner has Brown behind the count early, 0-2. It's his biggest fans, too, by the way.
I just thought, being a 97 national champion, he was a team player. You had to, wasn't a me guy, was about the LSU on the front of the jersey.
Hit by pitch, Jake Brown. Breaking ball got him on the leg, and with one out, that'll send Brown down to first base, and another free pass given up by the Mountaineers.
Yeah, you keep playing with fire, going to get hurt, and West Virginia just continues to put Tigers on.
Jared Jones hit one on the screws last time up, and I got a feeling that's going to happen again here if he gets a fastball from Myers.
Jones tonight, a couple of singles, drove in a run with that last one in the second inning. And they'll slide the defense to the left with Kelly, the second baseman, left of the bag. First pitch, a called strike, and it's 0-1. Fastball to Jones from Myers.
Well, he got the fastball hump, but it was right at the knees. Just a good spot.
Brown with great speed. Short lead off of first. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball missed outside and low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. In the wind doing its part. Flags blowing out for the most part towards Tiger Stadium. A little bit right to left. Perfect for the right-handed hitter. The 1-1. Big swing, but he sends it in the air right side. And this one going to catch the screen at the low seating down the line and right and make it 1 ball, 2 strikes.
We're hoping this is Jared Jones' last game as an LSU Tiger at the box. Finish that career up in Omaha as the plan. I just think it's worth mentioning as much as possible. He's 3rd all-time in home runs at LSU. When you do something in this program that only 2 players have done more of, you're really accomplishing something in that uniform.
Jones also with that first single tonight got his 200th career hit. 37th Tiger to amass 200 career hits. Facing a 1-2 count here with 1 out and a runner at first. And the pitch. Just high and outside with a breaking ball. That'll leave the count 2-2.
Jared Jones was talking with the media a couple of weeks ago and mentioned kind of offhand that he didn't play a lot, quote unquote, on that team 2 years ago, which is not true. He played a lot on that team. He wanted to be a key piece of an Omaha team.
There's a foul off the bat of Jones, put it right into the dirt in front of the plate. That'll keep the count 2-2.
And that's why he decided to come back after he could have gone into the draft last year. He wanted to come back, be a centerpiece, a middle of the order bat for a team that went to Omaha and competed and try to win a national championship. He has certainly done that. He's had a fantastic season, and they're right now 6 innings away from getting back to Nebraska.
Runner at first, 1 down. Here's the 2-2. Opposite field, right center field gap. Brown quickly around second, easily into third, and Jared Jones, 3 for 3 here tonight, gets another single, and with 1 out, the Tigers with runners first and third.
That's just a great job of hitting by Jared Jones. We know that he has struggled with the breaking ball in his time in Baton Rouge. That's a sharp slider on the outer part of the plate. It was a little bit higher than Meyer probably wanted, but Jared Jones slowed his bat down, kept it in the zone, and then dumped it into right field for an opposite field hit. That's really good hitting from a power hitter.
And a lot of times that's what gets you back right again. When you're pulling off balls and jumping out and getting ahead of the pitch, you want to let that ball come to you and go the other way, which he did.
Dickinson squared to bunt with Brown waiting on a safety squeeze, it appeared, but he couldn't make contact, and it's 0-1 now to Dickinson, who's 0 for 2 tonight. A fly ball out to Reinhardt, and the strikeout victim in the second. Again, squaring to bunt, and he'll foul it on top of the plate, and it's 0-2.
I'd like Dickinson to commit to that a little bit earlier if it's going to be a safety squeeze. Kind of late to square, and the bat's moving a lot. It just wasn't executed properly, and now he finds himself in an 0-2 hole. If you're going to give yourself up with a safety squeeze, let's square around and give yourself up.
The 0-2 pitch, looking to swing, a chopper back to the mound. Taking it as Meyer, he'll look the runner Brown back to third and make the play to first in time for the second out of the inning. Jones, though, will cruise on into second base. So now with 2 down, The Tigers have had success, certainly here in the postseason. With 2-out rallies, they'll have Tanner Reeves coming to the plate. Tanner 0 for 1. He did reach base on a walk last time in the third. He's got Brown at third, Jones at second. Still a 6-0 lead after the Tigers plated one in the first and a big 5-run second inning. Reeves launches one high and deep, left center field. King going back on the track, and he's got room to make the play for out number 3. Everybody thought it might, but the park holds it, and the Tigers come up empty-handed. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Tigers still in control, 6-0. Mountaineers to the plate after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Join the school with a winning track record in education. LSU Online and Continuing Education offers over 150 degrees, certificates, and courses, meaning there's a program to match your specific goals. Earn the same on-campus degree from wherever you are. From application to graduation, student support coaches provide one-on-one support to ensure you finish a champion. Start your journey at online.lsu.edu.
Live from the red carpet, where the stars shine bright. It's the moment we've been waiting for. First up, Perfection K's. Play perfect tens from the lottery. Win up to $5,000. Next up, triple the fun. Triple the cash. Play triple play. Win up to $12,000. The glitter. The glamour. Play Fab 5. Top prize, $155,555. Play all 3 games today. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
The bottom of the 4th inning, presented by Dudley DeBosier Injury Lawyers. Throw your 4s up.
Home half of the 4th coming your way. West Virginia coming to the plate. They trail LSU 6-0. The Mountaineers season on the line here after dropping game 1 yesterday to the Tigers 16-9. Fans, Dudley DeBosier stands up for the purple and gold. Fight for Tiger fans all across Louisiana. Dudley DeBosier, proud to be an official partner of LSU Athletics. Well, you know it's a big night once again. Last Monday night, Gordy Rush in the house, just made his appearance on the Jumbotron. He's back here hoping the Tigers can finish up this super here on Sunday evening. Sam White leads it off in the first pitch, a called strike offered up by Anthony Ianson, who so far with 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, he's given up just 1 hit. There's the 0-1. Ooh, this one roped to right center field, and this one going to get over the wall. Solo shot off the bat of White. That's home run number 5, and the Mountaineers get on the board with a leadoff solo shot to right center. Make it 6-1 LSU. That one got out of here in a hurry.
That ball's hit on a line, but the good news is it's a solo homer, and you can live with those. You don't want them to hit the ball out of the ballpark after you just put a couple guys on. So just what counts for 1 run, even though it went, I don't know, 385 at 390 feet.
Not a terrible pitch. It's a fastball down around the knees, but a lot of lefties like the ball down in the zone. He went down and got it, and he just compressed that thing. It was out in a hurry to the right center field gap.
Just the 5th home run offered up by Anthony Ianson so far this year. Trying to shake that off quickly with nobody out. Gavin Kelly, the second baseman, stands in. The first pitch comes right back with a fastball strike, and it's 0-1.
We do have a confirmed start time for tomorrow's If Necessary game. It'll be at 7 o'clock if we're here.
0-1 fouled back. That'll make it 0-2 now to Kelly.
Why don't we plan to not be here? That good with y'all?
Sounds great.
I'm in. Sign me up to not be here.
6-1 our score. LSU leading. Bottom of the 4th. A lot of baseball left. Here's the 0-2 and a swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Kelly for the first time tonight. Anthony Ianson now with a half dozen strikeouts. And and he follows up, giving up the solo home run with a strikeout. Can't do better than
well,
that.
Baseball and really a lot of sports are about how do you overcome adversity. How do what do you do after something bad happens? And Ianson gives up a home run, but you see the maturity in that young man coming right back and getting the next hitter out, Kelly, on a good sequence of pitches.
Skylar King now to the plate. He grounds it out to Daniel Dickinson at second base. His first time up, he'll send a ground ball, worm burner across the diamond to Milam. He'll pick it up, throw to first, and there's two gone.
Yeah, strike out on 3 pitches after the homer, then come back and pump another first pitch strike in there and get a 1 pitch out. That's a veteran pitcher. Just pitching to the scoreboard, understanding the situation and executing, not letting one good swing. It wasn't even a bad pitch, a good swing affect how he's working in the game.
Jace Reinhardt stands in, another right-hander for the Mountaineers. Send a fly ball out to Stanfield back in the second inning. Infield playing straight up to the right-handed hitter. Outfield likewise. And the first pitch from Anthony. Breaking ball a little low, and it's 1-0. 1-0. Comes back with that overhand breaking ball. Gets a swing and a miss to even it up 1-1.
Yeah, Reinhardt, a guy, as I mentioned, kind of hiding in that 7-hole with 8 home runs, 21 doubles, and I don't know that anybody swings harder on that West Virginia team than he does.
1-1, and on the hands, and he fouls it off and falls behind now. 1 ball, 2 strikes does Reinhardt.
That was pitch number 60 from Ianson, so that number's still very, very low with 2 outs in the 4th inning. He's been efficient. He's been excellent so far.
Ahead in the count with 2 down, nobody on. Ianson's 1-2 delivery. Hard-breaking ball. Reinhardt able to hold up the swing. Got away from Hernandez. That'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Republic Finance scoreboard update quickly. Oregon State trying to end this quick. It's the bottom of the 3rd. They're up 13-3 over Florida State. So trying to make their way back to Omaha.
2 down, nobody on. Ianson's 2-2 delivery. This one sent in the air to left field. A 1-hopper handled by Curiel. Reinhardt will keep the inning going with a 2-out single.
A lot of baseball left in this game, obviously, and if Oregon State, continues to do that, they'll punch their ticket. If LSU, everything continues to go this way, and LSU able to punch their ticket, there'll only be 1 game deciding who will get the last spot in Omaha, and that would be Murray State and Duke, as they will play tomorrow.
3rd hit of the night for the Mountaineers off Ianson, still with 2 down. Bottom of the 4th inning, we'll see Ben Lumsden, the first baseman. Grounded out to Dickinson at second base, his first time up. There's the overhand breaking ball, gets a swing and a miss. It's Anthony ahead, 0-1. Reinhardt 4 of 7 at stolen bases. On a 3-step lead currently off of first. Ianson going to throw over to keep an eye on it. Ianson now once again will come set. The right-hander looks in. And the 0-1. Goes with a breaking ball again. This one rises high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dudley DeBosier stands up for the purple and gold. They fight for Tiger fans all across the great state of Louisiana. Dudley DeBosier proud to be an official partner of LSU Athletics. It's a 6-1 ball game. Bottom of the 4th inning. Tigers on top in game 2 of the Super Regional. Anthony Ianson with a runner at first. Fires the 1-1. Did he go around? They say he held up on a pitch again elevated with a fastball. That'll make it 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Inside corner called strike. Came back with a fastball. Perfect location to the left-hander. It's now 2-2.
Yeah, Anthony Ianson with 6 strikeouts tonight. If you wondered what his out pitch was, all 6 strikeouts have been on the breaking ball. So possibility here, get that 7th strikeout. See if he goes back to that off-speed pitch.
Runner at first. The 2-2. Hammered in the air to right field on a frozen rope. And this one ends up in the diamond deck with a 2-run blast off the bat of Lumsden. Just his second home run of the year. Breaking ball just enough for the left-hander to mash it to the right field seats.
Well, you made a good point, Hunt, earlier about West Virginia taking better swings a couple times through the lineup off of Anthony Ianson, and just told you, Ianson with the 6 strikeouts, all on breaking pitches. He tried to go back to that breaking pitch, and you tip your hat to Lumsden of taking that pitch out over the plate, and he hit a rocket to right field as well. We've got a boys, we got a ball game.
Yeah, that was a hanger. Just bad pitch there by Ianson. Left to break the ball right out over the middle, and Lunsford put a good swing on it.
6-3 now the score. Still 2 outs. We'll get Kresser to the plate. Kresser aboard on a walk. 1 of 2 offered up by Ianson tonight. He'll foul the first pitch off to make it 0-1.
And you credit Reinhardt the bat before. He got 2 strikes. He got a breaking ball, and he just flared it out into left field, just staying alive, being scrappy, and allowed the next guy to do the damage.
Goes back to the heater down the middle. Gets ahead quickly on Kresser, 0-2.
Both bullpens quiet. This is Myers and Ianson's game right now.
2 outs and the 0-2 pitch. Fastball missed outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, the 6th home run given up by Ianson. Second of this frame gives the Mountaineers 3 runs on the board. They cut the lead in half. Here's the 1-2. It's low and inside to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kresser again. Ianson allowed the 9-hole hitter aboard on a walk back in the 3rd. Even count, and the pitch. Outside, away from Hernandez, all the way to the backstop. We got a full count now for Brody Kresser, 3-2.
Well, now the pitch count starting to creep just a little bit for Ianson at 72.
Big pitch here for Anthony.
Payoff delivery. Ground ball towards 3rd. High hop handled by Reeves. Long throw across the diamond in time to Jared Jones for out number 3. But the Mountaineers, they're here to play. They put 2 runs up, do it on 3 hits. Actually 3 runs on those hits to make it a 6-3 LSU lead. Tigers come to the plate, 8-9, top of the order. Hernandez, Stanfield, and Curiel. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hello, this is Jan at Toyota.
Hi, Jan. Is now a good time to get a new Toyota?
It is. We like to say your summer starts here at your Toyota dealer. Now through June 2nd, we have a great selection of Camrys, Corollas, Tundras, and more.
Right, your summer starts here. I'm a pet sitter, and business is way up as people enjoy their new Toyotas. Stop, Sebastian. Goldie is not dinner. Right, your summer starts here.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, we know that every great game starts with a perfect field. Our equipment, whether it's a mower or a tractor, we can ensure your grass is always game day ready, so you can focus on making memories. Because at the end of the day, it's more than just a game. It's about the community, the joy, and the LSU traditions. Visit sunequip.com to get the best starting lineup of John Deere equipment. Sunshine is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics.
Hi, I'm Travis, an employee at BASF in Louisiana, and an LSU Tiger fan. At BASF, we create chemistry at work and in the community. Each year, our team volunteers thousands of hours and donates $1 million in contributions and in-kind support to local nonprofit organizations. Learn more about BASF's community impact and find career opportunities at basf.us/Louisiana. That's basf.us/Louisiana. BASF, we create chemistry.
Go in the booth with LSU Radio on Facebook and YouTube Live. Back to the Baton Rouge Super Regional on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
After 2 frames, LSU led 6-0, but in the bottom of the 4th inning, Mountaineers with a couple of round trippers. They cut the lead in half at 6-3 as Luis Hernandez leads it off, sends the first pitch right back from where it came. Up the middle, base hit for Luis, and the leadoff man aboard for LSU here in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, Luis was ready to hit their first pitch, got a 95-mile-an-hour heater and did not miss it. Line drive right back by Myers, the pitcher, into center field for a leadoff single. Now LSU trying to answer that 3 spot from West Virginia.
Yeah, you know, West Virginia wanting to put a 0 up there in the top of the 5th after scoring 3 runs and cutting the deficit in half.
Stanfield will stand in at the bottom of the order. Meyer delivers a breaking ball strike to make it 0-1. Standing tonight aboard on a walk and scored in the second. Sent a deep fly ball out to left field that was handled out there by Kyle West last time in the 3rd. Runner at first, nobody out. Chase Myers delivers way outside with a breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fans, find out how you can build a better workday every day with Cintas. Just visit Cintas.com. Get ready for the workday. The 1-1. Stanfield late swinging around, misses on the breaking ball, and it's 1-2 now. Meyer works ahead. 1-2 pitch. It's low, sliding over with Sabe, the catcher. That'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stanfield been kind of the double specialist for LSU this season. 15 doubles on the year. Meyer takes a little time, now steps back on the rubber. Looks over to first, now the 2-2 pitch. Stanfield sends it high in the air, but out of play. Into the seats and right. That'll keep it 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I like the idea from Stansfield to hit the ball to the backside of the field. The first baseman, Lumsden, is holding Hernandez on, and the other 3 infielders are on the left side, so there is a ton of room on the right side of the infield if Stanfield can just force the ball that direction.
Yeah, if he could hit a ball 6 miles an hour to the right side, and it's going to get through.
2-2 pitch up and in, back standing off the plate. Now 3-2 the count.
This is a huge payoff pitch here with Red Hot Curiel on deck. Big inning could be afoot if Stanfield can get on base one way or another.
Payoff delivery. It's a ground ball. Going to be hit to Kresser. He will flip it to Kelly. The relay to first. They'll say in time to get Stanfield for the double play. So the Mountaineers, after giving up the leadoff single on 1 pitch, erases the base pads with the 6-4-3 twin Kelly. And now with 2 outs, that will get Curiel to the plate, who, as Hunt said, has been red hot. However, he's just trying to reach base here to keep the inning going.
Good turn there between the shortstop Kresser and the second baseman Kelly. Stanfield obviously runs really well. That was well done.
First delivery. A little bit of run on that breaking ball across the plate at the belt to make it 0-1 to Curiel. He had a double to start the game in the first, scored a run. Got a board on a walk, scored a run. And a board back in the 3rd by way of walk as he swings and fouls this one into the screen and falls behind early, 0-2. They'll slide the infield right of second base with Curiel, the left-hander. They've got Kresser, the shortstop, right of the second base bag. Kelly, 1 step on the right field grass, and the first baseman Lumsden behind the bag near the line. That pitch missed low and outside. That'll make it 1-2 now to Curiel. Two outs, the 1-2. Again, missing outside. That time from Meyer, leaving the count to Curiel. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We heard Jay Johnson a lot this year talk about Zach Cowan out of the bullpen having that steady heartbeat. That's another characteristic I see in Derek Curiel. 2-2 is a ground ball. Going to be scooped up at first by Lumsden. Race to the bag. He will slide feet first and get there in time for out number 3. Tigers done. Squander a leadoff single, double play, and a ground ball out unassisted at first. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left on. It's a 6-3 LSU lead here in the Baton Rouge Super Regional Game 2 on a Sunday night. Mountaineers coming to the plate. They'll have the top of the order, Guzman, Sabe, and West when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Check out Albertsons for You on our mobile app or at Albertsons.com, where you can shop online and save over $300 weekly with digital coupons. Earn reward points every time you shop in-store or online and redeem your points for free groceries. Download the Albertsons app or go to Albertsons.com to start saving. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state and beyond.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
The powerhouse plays here. LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the road to Omaha from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
6-3 our score. LSU leading West Virginia. Top of the order for the Mountaineers are Monty Guzman, third baseman. To the plate for the third time tonight. Had a single back in the third inning his last at bat. First delivery from Ianson. Hits the fastball across the plate for a called strike one. Guzman, strikeout victim back in the first against Ianson. This pitch missing away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hunt, how are they already at the top of the lineup?
Well, the bottom did some damage, Buzz. That's the problem.
Here's the 1-1. This low from Ianson. That'll make it 2 balls and 1 strikes. Again, 4 innings of work for Ianson. Got touched up a little bit there with a couple of long balls. For the Mountaineers, a solo shot and a 2-run blast in the bottom of the 4th inning. Guzman watches it, leans in, but stays away. The pitch misses low. It's now 3 balls, 1 strike.
West Virginia is just seeing the ball significantly better the second time through, and now this will be the 3rd look, starting with Guzman, the leadoff man. They're taking some of those breaking balls down and putting some good swings on some mistakes by Anthony.
Hitters count for Guzman. The 3-1 pitch, low. For ball 4. That'll be the 3rd free pass offered up by Anthony tonight. That'll put Guzman aboard. Certainly a threat when he's on base. And we'll bring Save, the catcher, to the plate. Guzman, 18 of 20 in stolen bases.
Just a little bit of an uncharacteristic outing for Anthony Ianson to this point with the free passes. You mentioned 3 of those. He had not been victimized by the long ball really at all this year, just 4 entering the game, and West Virginia's got a pair of those as well. He's battling, but he doesn't necessarily have his best stuff right now.
Logan Save, 0 for 2 tonight, including a strikeout. Ianson will throw over to first to get Guzman back to the bag.
Well, Connor Ware down in LSU's bullpen starting to play a little catch.
Guzman takes his lead off of first. And again, Ianson, quick throw, but it got away from Jones. And now Guzman will head on into second. That'll put the Mountaineers a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Costly mistake for LSU.
It's just an unforced error. I know that there's an opportunity for Guzman to potentially steal a base, but throwing that ball away, it's just an unforced error. That's nothing that West Virginia does. You're just giving them 90 feet.
Time going to be called against Stephen Milam and Jared Jones now joining Ianson. Hernandez coming in, Dickinson on his way. Looked to be a quick meeting, and now they'll gather back together here. Nobody out. Mountaineers have a runner at second. Save at the plate, waiting on the first delivery. Fans, things are certainly heating up here in South Louisiana, but remember, whenever you're ready to cool it down, just count on Slow Melt Ice. Since 1997, they've been a leader in providing packaged ice for industrial and retail businesses in South Louisiana. For more info, check them out at slowmeltice.com. That's SLOMELTICE.com. Back to the action on the diamond. Sabe digs back in. Ionson's first delivery. Swing and a miss. Chase the breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Sabe, one of Ionson's 6 strikeouts so far tonight. Also sent a fly ball out to Brown on a nice play by the Tiger right fielder. This pitch missing low. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. The count to Sabe.
Another thing West Virginia's not doing is really expanding the zone. They're not swinging at pitches that aren't in the strike zone. That's a great way to hit.
Ionson's 1-1 delivery. Ground ball towards Milam. Milam going to throw for the lead runner, and they'll say safe. Sliding under the tag is Guzman. As Tanner Reeves looked to receive the ball in time, gave the sweeping tag, but the third base umpire, Linus Baker, said nope, he got under it.
Yep, bad base running.
Or check that, I stand corrected. That's Steve Mattingly, our umpire third. Looks like LSU going to challenge again.
LSU is in the previous play at third base.
Yeah, it's close. Bad base running by Guzman. The ball was right in front of him. He was running right into the tag. And we get a better look at it in a booth. That's probably going to stand if I had to guess. But Coach Jay Johnson came out of the dugout looking at Reeves at third, like giving the headset signal. Do I need to make the call? And Reeves never really gave him anything, but Jay Johnson went ahead and gave the I want to make the review call himself.
It looks safe in real time, and on the review, I think it's going to stand.
Yeah,
it's bang.
Yeah, watching the replay here, it just looks like a great quick slide for Guzman. Able to reach the bag before the tag was applied, and this could be big. We under review, brought to you by Acme Oyster House, but this would be the last challenge remaining for LSU. They lost earlier on the throwback from Milam to second base. They lost that challenge, so very important call here.
Milam did a great job of being quick. He fielded it cleanly. He made a strong throw. It was just a little bit high. If that ball's down near Reeves' knees instead of above his shoulder at head level, he's probably able to get that tag down in time. Because as you mentioned, Buzz, that's not a spot to go there by Guzman. He's going to get away with it, but it was probably a poor base running decision, especially considering the fact that West Virginia's down.
They're still talking it over with collaborative replay. Again, our umpires tonight, Jason Bradley behind the plate, Linus Baker at first, Mike Victor at second base, and as we said, Steve Mattingly with that call over at third moments ago. They're still chatting it up. We continue this review brought to you by Acme Oyster House. As I said, it would be the last challenge for LSU if it's not overturned. If the play is confirmed, they will be out of challenges. And again, it leaves a runner at third with nobody out. So here we go. Linus Baker going to let us know.
After video review, call it safe is confirmed. LSU is out of challenges.
Make a little asterisk by that. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning in a 6-3 LSU lead. There's nobody out, and the Mountaineers now have runners on the corners, and LSU without any further challenges in tonight's game. And again, we're here in the middle innings. A lot of outs for both teams to work with.
Well, Guzman can run too, and so that was everything was it was a bad read, but he was able to get to the other part of the bag away from where the ball was thrown, and it was a quick slide right into the again the other side of the bag from the baseball, and yeah, West Virginia kind of gets away with one right there.
Anthony Ionson, he's been in tough spots this season. We'll have Kyle West at the plate with runners on the corners and nobody out. The first pitch missing low for ball one. It's one of the characteristics Jay Johnson talks about all the time when you mention Anthony Ionson. How many times he's been able to wiggle off the hook trying to keep it a 6-3 LSU lead, but the Mountaineers certainly having other ideas. There's the 1-0. This one short of the plate, blocked up by Hernandez. That'll make it 2 balls, no strikes.
You got Chase Shores now throwing down in LSU's bullpen. You got Connor Ware, the left-hander, Chase Shores, the right-hander. LSU going to elect to play the infield back. So nobody out, first and third. They'll obviously give up a run for a double play ball.
Now Jay Johnson calling for time, and he's going to make his way out to the mound here.
Things have shifted a lot in the last 25, 30 minutes. It was 6-0. Everybody was feeling really good, and all of a sudden, West Virginia runs a couple balls out of the yard. And now all of a sudden, LSU hits into a double play. They're back in the dugout really quickly, and now a couple of base runners here for West Virginia with their best hitters coming up. It's a danger spot for LSU here.
Well, we talked about how pesky the Mountaineers' offense was, batters were yesterday. Really tip your hat. You made a good point. I mean, the adjustment they made after those first 3 innings, once they saw Ianson a couple times, they've really laid off some great pitches. They've obviously put good swings on baseballs as they've hit a couple home runs. And yeah, they're threatening here. And again, it's only a 3-run game. As much as LSU, it seems like LSU has dominated this game. The tying runs at the plate for West Virginia.
Jay Johnson, I'm sure, talking to Anthony Ianson about execution, but also they're probably going to talk a little bit about what to do with the base runners should there be a bunt situation or a steal situation. I wouldn't imagine West is going to be laying one down on a 2-0 count, but there's certainly an opportunity for a base runner to try to swipe a bag. LSU needs to be sure that they're executing if there's some pressure applied to them by the West Virginia base runners.
So the meeting all over with. Kyle West digs back in, the left-handed batter, as Hunt mentioned, facing a 2-0 count with runners first and third. Nobody out here at the bottom of the 5th. This pitch again just got to the plate this low, 3-0.
They're just not extending the strike zone at all. They are taking pitches that are off the plate, and they've gotten into advantage counts and made Ianson pay for it.
3-0 delivery. This one at the knees, off speed for a strike. The take on by West, and it's now 3-1.
I'll tell you the respect they have for West sitting there in that 3-hole, and I agree with Hunt. That's their best hitter, most polished hitter, and they went 3-0 off speed pitch.
Here's the 3-1. That one outside corner goes back to the fastball. That'll fill the count.
Still got good life on that heater, about 93.5. That's what we've seen him at the majority of the game. See what Ianson decides to go with here, but this is a massive pitch.
Runners first and third, nobody out. Ianson's payoff pitch. Called strike 3 at the knees with a fastball. No offer from West. And Anthony Ianson records a huge first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Went with the heater, Buzz, and West couldn't get the bat off his shoulder.
It went backwards. I mean, 3-0, you go off-speed pitch. You know West is thinking, well, 3-0, they throw me curveball. He's got to come curveball again, either 3-1 or 3-2, and they just flipped the book on him, did Coach Nate Yeski. Went fastball right at the knees.
Kyle West's face says it all. He was not looking for that.
Still not out of the woods, though. Sam White can swing it.
So now Sam White to the plate. He had the solo shot to get West Virginia going back in the 4th inning. Still runners first and third with 1 out. And Ianson delivers. Trying to nibble that outside corner. Home plate umpire Jason Bradley says no, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Guzman at third, Save at first. Righty on lefty matchup. And again, trying to get it outside corner, and misses is Ianson. It's now 2 balls, no strikes.
Chase Shores limbering up in the LSU bullpen. Ianson's pitch count climbing.
This will be his 90th pitch of the night. 2-0 delivery. Opposite field, base hit to left. Off the bat of West. That will score Guzman easily. And it's a 2-run LSU lead now, 6-4. 1 out, runners second, or rather first and second. That will bring Gavin Kelly to the plate.
It's hard to pitch to some of these West Virginia hitters when you fall behind at 2-0. That's a fastball that's up, out over the plate, 2-0. That's exactly what he's looking for. And credit West there. He didn't try to do a ton, didn't try to hit it off the scoreboard. He just peppered it into left field for a single.
Yeah, White stayed inside of that really well, and just, what you said, it just blistered it to left field. And again, things have gotten real interesting here in the last 30 minutes.
West Virginia now 4 runs on 5 hits. Tigers 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. First pitch to Kelly. Missed the inside corner with a fastball. They'll make it 1-0. Kelly aboard on a walk in the second. Ianson able to ring him up, swinging back in the 4th. Save at second. White with the RBI single at first. Ianson kicks and fires the 1-0. Outside corner with a breaking ball makes it 1-1.
Just a ton of patience from West Virginia. taking fastballs just off the plate, taking that breaking ball in there for a strike. They're not pressing.
Can't say it enough. A major adjustment from yesterday's early game by the Mountaineers. This pitch almost caught him at the belt. Missed inside. It's now 2-1.
Well, what do they say? The good hitters adjust at bat to at bat. The great hitters adjust pitch to pitch. They've done a good job. Yeah, their approach has changed from yesterday's game and even the first few innings of this game, upon trying to be aggressive early.
2-1 from Ianson. Again, low and inside. Again, hitters count for West Virginia now with Gavin Kelly facing a 3-1 count with one out. Runners first and second. LSU leading by 2 runs, 6-4 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ianson quickly approaching the century mark. This will be pitch number 95. 3-1 delivery. Breaking ball. Wow. Beauty. Drops in over the plate at the belt. That'll fill it up 3-2. Tiger fans trying to lift up their starting right-hander Anthony Ianson here. Big spot. Kelly, the right-handed hitter. Ianson, the right-handed hurler. Payoff pitch. Ground ball. Slow bouncer. Picked up by Milam. Dickinson, relay to first. Not going to be in time. We'll get the runner at second for the second out of the inning. And once again, the Mountaineers have runners first and third now with 2 down. And it will be coming to the plate, Skylar King.
The ball just wasn't hit very hard at all towards Milam. LSU did everything they could in the middle to get the ball to Dickinson at second and on to first for relay, but no chance to get the runner when the ball's hit that slowly.
Yeah, a lot going on. Milam had the base runner, Suave, kind of going right in front of him. He was able to keep his concentration, make sure he got the first out. Was never going to turn a double play, especially Kelly picking him up and putting him down, getting down the first base line.
Skylar King 0 for 2, swings at the first pitch, a mile high into the air, foul territory near the Tiger dugout, first base way, and it will drop down into the dugout, out of play as Jones right there at the railing just couldn't get to it, and it's 0-1 to Skylar King. Fans, don't let air conditioner outages keep you on the bench this summer, goodness knows. Right now, text the words home run to 31996. Get a $59 AC system check from AccuTemp Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics. Skylar King at the plate, an 0-1 count. Again, he's 0 for 2 tonight. But as we've said, through the second and third time through the order, West Virginia taking much better swings, much better plate discipline. That's what's got them back in this game, trailing by only 2 runs, 6-4. Runners first and third. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball, and the throw down from Hernandez not in time. Milam, though, just making sure he secures it to keep the runner Sabe at third. And now with 2 outs and an 0-2 count, the Mountaineers, runners second and third, down 2 runs. And again, the crowd here at the box trying to lift up Anthony Ianson. With the Tigers back in the dugout. The 0-2 to King, reaches out, soft liner right at Milam. He'll glove it at shortstop for out number 3. But another run across for the Mountaineers. They do it on 1 hit. 1 costly error by the Tigers. And they leave 2 men on. We head now to the top of the 6th inning. It's a 6-4 LSU lead. Tigers have Ethan Fry to lead it off, followed by Milam and Brown on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's 4 in the morning when the roaches are on. You need the Bingo Roach Spray.
Get ready for a bug-free Louisiana summer with Bingo Pest Control products. Our best-in-class indoor and outdoor solutions are powerful enough to eliminate those never-ending bugs, guaranteed. Visit bingo.com or call 833-GO-BINGO. Bingo keeps pests gone.
If you're tired of trying, you should be buying the famous Bingo Roach Spray.
Join the school with a winning track record in education. With LSU Online and Continuing Education, choose from over 150 degrees, certificates, and courses designed to match your specific goals. Earn the same on-campus degree from anywhere, with flexible learning options tailored to your needs. You'll call the plays. Start your journey to success today at online.lsu.edu.
Hey,
Hey Tiger fans, no game day is complete without Noel Spirits from Noel Family Distillery. Founded by a father-daughter duo, Noel Family Distillery is the only Louisiana distillery offering authentic tequila. Their additive-free tequila captures the spirit of Louisiana, creating a spirits experience worthy of the Tigers and their loyal fans across the country. Noel Tequila is proud to be the official tequila of LSU Athletics. Enjoy Noel Tequila at the box or grab a bottle of your own at many fine retailers. Learn the unique Noel Distillery story at noeldistillery.com.
Hear the Fighting Tigers roar on the road to Omaha. Baton Rouge Super Regional coverage continues from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Indeed, we have a contest tonight. Game 2 of the Baton Rouge Super Regional. Tigers taking game 1 yesterday afternoon, 16-9. Got out to a 6-0 lead here in game 2, but West Virginia, that scrappy bunch from Morgantown, made it a 6-4 ball game here after plating 4 runs in the last 2 frames. Tigers have Ethan Fry to lead it off. First delivery, a called strike from Chase Meyer. Second delivery catches the outer portion of the plate. Quickly, Ethan behind in the count, 0-2. Meyer settling in after taking over for the starter. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled off the bat of Ethan. Straight down into the dirt near home plate. Keeps it. No balls, 2 strikes.
And Meyer stabilized this thing for West Virginia. He is a reliever, but he has been a starter in his career. He started 3 games this season. Has thrown as many as 93 pitches this year. So it's not as if he's a guy that's been 10, 15, 20 pitches. He has been extended.
Fry again. Right-handed hitter. Meyer winds and the 0-2 pitch. Ripped. One hopper to third, but a nice play by Guzman. The throw to first in time to beat the speedy Ethan Fry down the line for out number 1. That one smoked off the bat. Kind of one of those deals where Guzman was, look at what I found. I don't even know if he had it until he brought the glove back up. Said, oh, yeah, there it is.
He chuckled to his pitcher when the ball came back to him. He knows that one got on him really, really quickly. He didn't even catch it cleanly. Kind of got rolled up the glove there a little bit, but it was hit so hard that he had time to regroup and throw Ethan Fry out with ease.
Now we'll see Stephen Milam. Milam tonight 1 for 2. Had the big double that opened up the ball game there in the second inning, driving in 3 runs. Milam on the year, 54 runs batted in. Trying to get back to that 300 average. He's at 288 currently. First pitch from Meyer off the plate outside for ball 1.
Oh, West Virginia, no stranger to playing from behind either. They were in behind in all 3 of their regional games. So, they, when they got down 6-0, it would have been easy for them to pack it in, and they have not. And that's you can tip your hat to those guys.
1 ball, no strikes. The pitch to Milam. This one is low. Steven now works with a 2-0 count.
TV graphic ran that they've won 66.7% of the games that they have trailed in this year. So 2/3 of the games that they have had a deficit in, they've actually come back to win. That leads Division I.
And again, don't forget they won 24 games on the road this year. Pitch missing low and inside. So now Milam looking at a 3-0 count.
You don't do that unless you got a bunch of tough guys with a lot of resiliency. And of course, you get to this point in the season, everybody's good and everybody's playing well, but a lot to admire about this Mountaineer baseball team.
Here's the 3-0 to Milam. Take was on and it missed outside. So with 1 out, Milam will head down to first base, and the Tigers have some traffic aboard here with Jake Brown, who's 1 for 2 coming to the plate. He had that RBI single when the Tigers put up 5 runs there in the second inning. A reminder, serving the world's best baby back ribs, fresh seafood, Cajun-inspired comfort food. You know it, it's TJ Ribs. Located at 2324 South Acadian Thruway. Now we have a timeout. Coach Sabins for West Virginia.
Nobody getting loose down in the bullpen at the moment. There's a host of Mountaineers down there, but nobody playing catch.
Left-hander Ben McDougal was up and moving around a little bit. He threw a couple of balls. He's now seated down there on that new cement wall, but this is just a conversation about how to pitch here.
And Cooper Williams will start to throw the baseball on the mound in the LSU bullpen.
While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball on the road to Omaha. Super regional coverage here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network and the LSU Sports mobile app.
Along with Hunt Palmer, Buzzy Heidel, I'm Chris Blair from Alex Box Stadium on a Sunday night. Game scheduled for 5 p.m., but inclement weather threats force the game to start. First pitch at 7:57 Central Time. Tigers certainly accustomed to late games here at the box. They lead 6-4. Here in the top of the sixth, Jake Brown rips into one, but a line drive handled by Kelly as he snow cones that one in the top of the glove to hold on for the second out.
Goodness gracious, Ethan Fry ripped one to lead this inning off. It was fielded by the third baseman. That was hit every bit as hard on a line, and it was snared by the second baseman. LSU has a couple of great swings in this inning with nothing to show for it.
Good job by Milam of staying put, freezing on the line drive, not to get doubled off. They got jammed up the shoulder a little bit, diving back into first base, taking a second now to stretch it out.
And Isaac Trujillo, the trainer for LSU, quickly out there to check on Milam. Coach Johnson now on his way out, but Isaac says he's good. So everybody retreats back to the dugout. With 2 outs, it'll get Jared Jones to the plate. Jared 3 for 3 tonight. Single in the first. RBI single in the second. And another single last time in the fourth inning. They'll face Meyer again with 2 outs. The Tigers again put those 5 runs up in the top of the second with 2 outs. First pitch, low and inside, pops out of the mitt of Sabe, but not far enough. Milam will stay put at first base.
Meyer still got the heat on the fastball. That's still 94, but his command has been a little bit wobbly in this inning. He's left some balls out over the plate and then, of course, walked Milam. So we'll see if he can make a mistake here to the big fella.
1-0 the count. And the pitch. Breaking ball missed outside. Make it 2 balls, no strikes. And the win in favor of Jared Jones, who again leads this LSU team on the year with 20 home runs, 70 runs batted in. 2-0. High in the air, left center field. Going back, it hangs up, and King will have it well shy of the track. Center fielder makes the play for out number 3. Tigers go scoreless, no hits, 1 man left on. Move now to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 2-run ball game. LSU leading 6-4. The Mountaineers have 7, 8, 9 due up. Reinhardt, Lumsden, and Kresser after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time, and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot fast and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, LSU fans, you're invited to Louisiana's largest casino resort, Coshada. Coshada Casino Resort has the largest and most spacious gaming floor in the Lake Charles area, with thousands of the newest slots, over 55 table games, live bingo and off-track betting, plus 3 beautiful hotels, delicious Cajun cuisine, and the #1 rated golf course in Louisiana. Coshada Casino Resort is proud to support LSU. Go Tigers!
The road to Omaha continues for LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. Back to the Baton Rouge Super Regional on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Bottom of the 6th inning. LSU holding on to a 6-4 lead as Anthony Ianson back out there on the bump so far tonight. 5 innings under his belt, 5 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. Again, started the game striking out the side there in the bottom of the 1st inning. But this West Virginia team, again, has changed their approach dramatically, forcing Ianson to throw strikes, and they've had more success here over the last couple of frames, putting the bat on the ball. They got 4 runs on 5 hits. The Tigers with the lead, 6 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. LSU also, after starting out the game with runners on and finding the clutch hits. Now have left 8 men on base. It's the first pitch off speed to Reinhardt, who leads it off for the Mountaineers. A cold strike, and it's 0-1. Hyanson working quickly, comes back this time with a 92-mile-an-hour heater, and he gets ahead 0-2.
A double barrel action still in LSU's bullpen. You've got Cooper Williams and Chase Shores getting loose. Hyanson up over 100 pitches now, 102 with that last pitch.
The 0-2 pitch. Did they go around? They'll appeal to first. It got away from Hernandez, so they'll say he did not go around. That'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Very important message. That's why it bears repeating. Don't let air conditioner outages keep you on the bench this summer. Text the words home run to 31996. Get a $59 AC system check from Accutemp Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics. One ball, 2 strikes to Jace Reinhardt, who tonight 1 for 2. Swing, foul this one into the screen above the dugout of the Tigers' first base side. Make it still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Reinhardt flied out to Stanfield, center field back in the second. Had a single and scored one of their runs in the fourth. The 1-2 pitch, going to hit him. Hyanson now, 3 walks and a hit batter. 4 free passes, and the leadoff runner again aboard. Leadoff hitter, I should say, Reinhardt. Will bring Lumsden to the plate, who had the solo shot in the 4th inning from the left side of the plate. That's going to bring Jay Johnson now out of the dugout to the mound. 104 pitches thrown by Anthony Hyanson. And he'll make a call to the left-hander out of the bullpen for LSU. So a pitching change powered by Sunshine. Fans, if you need a game-changing upgrade, trust Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. 6-4. LSU leads. Mountaineers with nobody out in the bottom of the 6th have a runner aboard. And a new pitcher for the Tigers we'll tell you all about after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, we know that every great game starts with a perfect field. Our equipment, whether it's a mower or a tractor, we can ensure your grass is always game day ready, so you can focus on making memories. Because at the end of the day, it's more than just a game. It's about the community, the joy, and the LSU traditions. Visit sunequip.com to get the best starting lineup of John Deere equipment. Sunshine is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics.
Do you have both Medicare and Medicaid? With the People's Health Medicare Advantage Plan, you could get up to $280 per month to spend on utilities, healthy groceries, and over-the-counter items. $280 per month. Don't miss out on these extra benefits. Call 1-844-663-2133. Plans are insured through United Healthcare Insurance Company or one of its affiliated companies. A Medicare Advantage organization with the Medicare contract and a contract with the state Medicaid program. Enrollment in the plan depends on the plan's contract renewal with Medicare.
Hey, LSU fans, you're invited to Louisiana's largest casino resort, Coshada. Coshada Casino Resort has the largest and most spacious gaming floor in the Lake Charles area, with thousands of the newest slots, over 55 table games, live bingo and off-track betting, plus 3 beautiful hotels, delicious Cajun cuisine, and the #1 rated golf course in Louisiana. Coshada Casino Resort is proud to support LSU. Go Tigers!
The road to Omaha continues for LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. Back to the Baton Rouge Super Regional on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Anthony Hyanson's night is done. Cooper Williams now, the left-hander, going to take over on the bump for LSU, holding on to a 6-4 lead here in Game 2 of this Baton Rouge Super Regional.
On the season, freshman Cooper Williams made 19 appearances, 17 innings, 11 hits, 7 runs. Just 3 of those are earned. That comes out to a 1.59 ERA. He has struck out 20 and walked 10. Last week in the regional, Williams came in the game that LSU lost against Little Rock and really steadied things and allowed LSU to save some pitching for Monday. He threw 3 2/3 innings against Little Rock Sunday night, only allowed 3 hits, did not allow a single run. He struck out 4, only walked 1. So biggest spot of his young career. We'll see how the freshman handles it.
Well, I thought that was a big moment last week against Little Rock to get into a postseason type game with a lot of pressure. Hopefully that translates into a lot of success here in the Super Regional.
Ben Lumsden to the plate. Now first pitch by Cooper Williams, a called strike on the outside corner to make it 0-1. The Tigers leading 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Mountaineers taking the momentum. 4 runs over the last 2 frames, 4 runs, 5 hits. They've got a runner at first with nobody out. Williams, the 0-1. Ground ball. Jones trying to backhand it. Flips it in the air after missing it. Karams to Dickinson, who makes the throw back to Jones at first for a huge first out of the inning. Well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and Jones gave it everything he had, tried to get over with a backhand pick, hit the leather, went straight up in the air, right to Dickinson, who, credit Jones, guys, he got up off the dirt, got to the bag in time to receive the baseball for out number 1.
Yeah, had enough awareness to when it got crawled up his arm and kind of caromed over to Dickinson, who was shaded over towards first base. He was able to have that awareness to get to first base and get the out. Big first out in this bottom of the 6th.
So Lumsden retired. It does get Reinhardt to second base with 1 out. Now Kresser at the bottom of the order takes the first pitch from the left-hander Williams. It's a called strike. And it's 0-1. Kresser at the bottom of the order, 0 for 1. He did get a board on one of those walks offered up by Anthony Ianson back in the 3rd. He grounded out to Tanner Reeves last time in the 4th inning. The 0-1. Hit foul out of play right side.
What you love from Williams here is he's come in and thrown nothing but strikes.
No
he's
doubt.
thrown 4 pitches all over the plate.
Absolutely. Big moment for the freshman. Again, I think that outing against Little Rock in that regional, that gives you a lot of experience, a lot of confidence, and a big spot now.
0-2 the count. Williams fires. Popped him up. Milam calling for it between 2nd and 3rd, and he has it. 2 down.
Yep. No time to let up, though. Hunt, 2 outs, guy in scoring position, and you've got the top of the lineup up, and Clemson Regional MVP coming to the plate.
Armani Guzman tonight, 1 for 2. Strikeout victim to Ianson back in the 1st. Single left stranded in the 3rd. Got a board on one of those free passes and scored a run in the 5th inning. In fact, the only run for the Mountaineers in that frame to make it a 6-4 LSU lead. First pitch from Williams. Fastball seamed down the middle, and it's 0-1.
Just looks very comfortable out there on the mound.
Reinhardt takes his lead off of 2nd. Williams looks back quickly, and now the 0-1 to the plate. Outside corner called strike. It's now 0-2 as Williams dialed in on the strike zone here.
Stay with the heater, Buzz. You want a breaking ball?
Well, I don't want this to be a pitch in the zone. If you go heater, that's fine, but it's got to be elevated. I'm talking about at the eyeballs elevated.
2 outs, runner at 2nd. Here's the 0-2 pitch setting up outside. It's thrown there. And Guzman, plate discipline stays away. That'll move the count 1-2.
That's a well-executed 0-2 pitch there. You wanted that ball 8 inches off the plate. You got it 8 inches off the plate. Now we'll see if he comes back with something to try to get him out.
Freshman left-hander comes set. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Did he go? They say he did. Couldn't hold back on a pitch outside. Cooper Williams fired up. Why shouldn't he be? Fireman called upon out of the bullpen. Gets it done. No runs, no hits. 1 man left on. Still a 6-4 LSU lead. Tigers look to get back to their offensive ways. Dickinson, Reeves, and Hernandez due up 6, 7, and 8 after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans. Need funds to help with your financial situation? Republic Finance is a proud partner of LSU Athletics and has served the SEC area since 1952. Check out our loan options to see how we may help you. Visit a local branch or get pre-qualified online at republicfinance.com/tigers.
Not all consumers are eligible to apply online. Secured loans are available exclusively in branch and have collateral and insurance requirements. Standard loan terms, rates, and fees apply based on your state. All loans are subject to approval pursuant to standard underwriting criteria. Not all consumers will qualify. For more information, call 833-907-1737.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state and beyond.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
It's go time. The most sought-after pregame ticket in Baton Rouge can be yours with Revelry, the gold standard of full-service tailgating. Grab your lucky jersey and hat. We'll handle all the rest. Let our winning team take care of your team. Stand right up and roar for more. Tigers that snooze, lose. So reserve your turnkey space for football season while they last. Revelry, the official tailgate partner of LSU Athletics. Visit revelryteam.com today. It's go time.
Back to live coverage of the Baton Rouge Super Regional on the road to Omaha. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Daniel Dickinson leads it off for LSU. They hold a 2-run lead over West Virginia here on a Sunday night, 6-4 as the first pitch from Chase Meyer. Fouled off by Dickinson to make it 0-1. Daniel tonight 0 for 3. Fly ball out. Strikeout. And a comebacker to the mound. He'll swing in the air. Fly ball. Shallow right center. Going back and again. Can't hold on. Drop the baseballs. Gavin Kelly, the second baseman. He called off both Skylar King and Jace Reinhardt, who were coming in from the outfield. And the West Virginia infielder again could not get his glove on it. Just right over the leather, dropped on the grass, and LSU with a gift again. Dickinson will arrive safely at first base.
Yeah, and I blame Reinhardt on that right field. You've got to come in. You know the wind is pushing the baseball further out to you, and it's going to be a difficult play for an infielder who's always going back. The problem is Kelly, it looked like Kelly was going to have no problem with it, and so Reinhardt gave up, but that's a way easier play for the outfielder than it is infielder.
Yeah, right fielder's got to come on harder than that. Kelly's already dropped a pop-up today. He's obviously not comfortable going that far back. I would like to see Daniel Dickinson on second base there.
I agree.
I don't know that he came out of the box going 100 miles an hour after, and with the wind, you got to do that on a night like tonight. But he is on first base. West Virginia gave you a gift there. LSU needs a 2-spot here, Buzz. I got to have a 2-spot.
Yeah, you got to put a couple runs up. Some tells you 6 runs not going to be enough against a team like West Virginia, who's putting together good at-bats. Oh, and by the way, they're going to have the last at-bat of the game.
First delivery to Tanner Reeves, who took a deep fly ball out to left center field back in the 4th inning. Fly ball out, handled by Skylar King. Also reached base back in the 3rd by way of walk. That's the first error. They ruled that an error. It'll be the first of the night for the Mountaineers. This pitch misses outside. Quickly, it's 2-0 to Tanner Reeves.
Well, Meyer's been awesome. He's 72 pitches in. His defense just let him down, and now he's falling behind. See if LSU can make it hurt.
2-0 pitch to Reeves. Down in the dirt. Great job by Save as that one right near the cleats of Reeves, the left-handed batter, but a nice pick by Save will keep Dickinson with good wheels at first base. But a 3-0 count now to Reeves, and the crowd starting to really amp up, trying to get in the ear hole of Chase Meyer. The 3-0. Outside ball 4. Nobody out. Runners first and second for the Fighting Tigers of LSU. We'll see Luis Hernandez. Hernandez led off last time with a single right back up the middle on the first pitch he saw.
I hope they let Luis Hernandez swing the bat here. I know that generally speaking, first and second, nobody out is a bunt spot. You got Stanfield coming up, who's not a huge run producer behind him, and Luis had 2 home runs in a game last week. He smoked the ball up his last time. I'd really like to see Hernandez swing the bat here.
Well, if history tells you anything, you said it. It's usually a bunt situation later in the game, kind of put on that insurance. I guess I'm 50-50 here. I mean, yeah, you let Hernandez swing the bat. He's not the fleetest of foot. You obviously have the double play ball in order, but I think you trust your gut here if you coach Jay Johnson, and I don't think you can go wrong either way. A couple guys throwing in the Mountaineer bullpen. That's McDougal back up, the left-hander. Got a right-hander, too. We'll give you a number and a name on him when I get that.
My sense here is you've got a chance potentially to put your foot on their throat here. And I just don't know if a bunt is getting me there. I want to try to hit one in the gap, hit one off the scoreboard. I want to crank this place up to 11. I'm going to let Luis Hernandez swing if I'm Jay Johnson. We'll see what he decides to do.
Hernandez now ready to go. Bring the corner infield in, though, expecting a bunt situation, but now a throw back to second to keep an eye on Dickinson. That'll wake up the Boo Birds here at the box.
As much as anything, that's to see if Hernandez will square when that front leg comes up.
Did you see maybe a little bit of a hand drop on the bat? I thought I did as well. It was looking like he was probably going to square around.
And again, throw back to second base.
Told you about McDougal, the left-hander down in the bullpen for West Virginia. That's right-hander. Also, Reese Bassinger.
That's their guy.
Well, they might want to think about going to him if they want to stay in this ball.
And they've got Lumsden on the infield grass, first base side. They've got Guzman still staying even with the third base bag as they asked to reset the pitch clock. Hernandez said, well, wait a minute, he was taking an awfully long time, but our third base umpire, Steve Mattingly, came up and said reset it, so they do. Now the first pitch, Hernandez looking to swing, and the first pitch a called strike as he keeps the bat on the shoulder, and it's 0-1.
A lot of moving pieces to this West Virginia infield right now. The first baseman is way in on the grass. The shortstop was crashing down to second base. There are a lot of holes. The second baseman's playing halfway between back and in. So there's a lot of places for Luis Hernandez to find some real estate. We'll see if he gets the pitch to hit.
0-1 the count to Hernandez. Runners first and second, nobody out. Top of the seventh. This pitch low to Luis, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Got Dickinson at second. Reeves aboard at first base. 6-4 LSU lead. The 1-1 to Hernandez. Going to hit him in the back. Meyer threw it nearly behind him, but it catches Luis, and that's going to load the bases now with nobody out for LSU and Chris Stanfield coming to the plate at the bottom of the order.
And that's just nowhere near. He's trying to throw a 2-0 fastball over the plate, and he hits Luis Hernandez between the 2 and the 3 in his back. And Myers had command issues all year. He's pitched great for the last 3 innings. It feels like that tank is emptying. I'm surprised that Coach Sabins hasn't come out and made a move already. But it looks like he's going to let... there he comes.
Yeah, he made it to the top step. Now he'll take the slow walk out to the mound. So that'll be all for Chase Meyer. But again, excellent job after things got unraveled quickly for the starter, Jack Kartsanis. So Myers did his job. His offense got him within striking distance, but as Hunt just told you, probably running a little bit out of fuel. With 77 pitches thrown, although Coach Saban's still going to have a conversation. Now the home plate umpire, John Bradley, out there to try to speed up a decision. Still no official call to the pin as of yet, but here it comes. He's going to go to a right-hander. Pitching change powered by Sunshine. Fans, if you need a game-changing upgrade, trust Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Things getting amped up here at Alex Box Stadium. 6-4 LSU lead. Tigers have the bases loaded. Nobody out. Stanfield will face the new Mountaineer pitcher after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Winning isn't everything. Wait, excuse me, read that wrong. Winning is everything. Hancock Whitney Bank is supporting today's action because we love to see people win. And we're supporting you with knowledge and support because we want to see you win too. Your business, your goals, your hopes, and your dreams. The right bank makes all the difference. How can we help you win? Visit HancockWhitney.com to find out. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC.
It's 4 in the morning when the roaches are on. You need the Bingo Roach Spray.
Get ready for a bug-free Louisiana summer with Bingo Pest Control products. Our best-in-class indoor and outdoor solutions are powerful enough to eliminate those never-ending bugs, guaranteed. Visit bingo.com or call 833-GO-BINGO. Bingo keeps pests gone.
If you're tired of trying, you should be buying the famous Bingo Roach Spray.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, we know that every great game starts with a perfect field. Our equipment, whether it's a mower or a tractor, we can ensure your grass is always game day ready, so you can focus on making memories. Because at the end of the day, it's more than just a game. It's about the community, the joy, and the LSU traditions. Visit sunequip.com to get the best starting lineup of John Deere equipment. Sunshine is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics.
The powerhouse plays here. LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the road to Omaha from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Another huge moment in this matchup tonight. Top of the 7th inning with LSU leading 6-4. They've loaded up the bases here with nobody out. And the Mountaineers eventually make a call to the bullpen. And gentlemen, they're going to call upon their leader out of the pen this year, Reese Bassinger, a right-hander, will take over.
Yeah, Bassinger making his 30th appearance of the year, 7-1 with a 4.28 ERA, has 5 saves and 61 innings pitched. He's given up 60 hits, 32 runs, which 29 are earned, 12 walks, 43 strikeouts. Sidearm guy, going to be 88 to 92, and it's sinker sliders.
Stanfield at the plate. First delivery. Breaking ball slider finds the strike zone, and it's 0-1.
Which, are you a little surprised, Hunt? West Virginia playing back in the infield?
I am. They're trying to get a double play ball there on the left side, I think.
Bases loaded. The 0-1 to Stanny. Ground ball, base hit. Got by Lumsden playing over at first. That's going to score Dickinson. They'll send in Reeves, and the Tigers extend the lead 8-4. Stanfield delivers.
Jay Johnson was 12 feet out of the dugout, pumping his fist, pointing at Chris Stanfield. They clearly had a conversation before that at bat that the right side of the infield was going to be vacated. This guy's going to throw sliders away, punch it into the right side. That's when you see Jay Johnson react like that, which you don't very often. You know that there was something communicated before that, and his player did exactly what he asked him to do. That is a huge swing by Chris Stanfield, who was pointing to Jay Johnson as he was running to first base. They clearly talked about that one.
Still nobody out. The Tigers make it an 8-4 ball game. That leaves Hernandez at third. Stanfield with the 2 RBI over at first base, and Derek Curiel atop the order. First delivery, tapped with the bat foul, and it's 0-1. Curiel tonight in the leadoff spot, 1 for 2. Got the game started with a double and scored in the first. Got a board in the second on a walk and scored. Reached base again with a base on balls back in the third. For a nice play by Lumsden on a ground ball to first unassisted. Retired Curiel for the first time tonight. Pitch a little high, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike now to the freshman Curiel out of West Covina, California.
Bassinger's been their guy all year, and he's been used a ton, and he's kind of running out of gas late. In 3 2/3 in the regional last week, and 13 hits allowed.
Now a throw over to third, going to be a close play, and they'll say they get Hernandez. The throw over to Guzman, and Hernandez was leaning up the third base line, tried to get back. Again, close play in real time. Looked like they got him with a good throw by Bassinger, but again, LSU with no challenges. What do you see, Hunt?
Yeah, they got him. It's just Luis falling asleep. He's not going anywhere. There's no play on. He's not going for a steal. He just fell asleep.
Well, that will record the first out of the inning. And erase a runner at third. That will leave Stanfield at first base here. Now a 2-1 count to Curiel as that one missed for Bassinger. 2-1 to Curiel. And what a strike on the outer half to make it 2-2.
Yeah, tough situation for Hernandez just because you love the situation with Curiel up against a sidearm right-hander. You just feel like that's the perfect matchup.
1 out, runner at first, the 2-2 to Curiel. Slow bouncing ground ball to the second baseman. Kelly will flip it to Kresser, and the relay back to first, not in time. They'll get the lead runner in Stanfield for the second out of the inning. Curiel will arrive safely on the fielder's choice. So, 2 down, runner at first. And we'll see Ethan Fry. Fry tonight 0 for 3. Has we love to say, due for something.
Yeah, good awareness by Kelly, the second baseman for West Virginia. As first baseman Lumsden was kind of fell down, was not going to get back to first base. So really the only play Kelly had was getting the lead runner at second.
Fry awaits, Messenger fires, and it finds the zone at the knees. The breaking ball to make it 0-1. Fry tonight, fly ball out to center, board on a walk in the second, it scored, struck out in the third swinging, and a ground ball handled by Guzman at third last time in the sixth. Another breaking ball, this one in the left-handed batter's box, missing 1 ball, 1 strike.
Another shift here by West Virginia, 3 infielders to the left side of second base, a completely vacated right side.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fry stayed away, and they'll say at the knees a called strike, 1-2.
Not a lot of folks have left the box tonight.
Messenger from the stretch, 5 on the pitch clock. Here's the delivery. Ooh, just missed the outside corner. Even the count to Ethan Fry, 2-2. Big, solid take there by the big guy. Two-two delivery. Hit foul down the line, right side. Keeps it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fans, you can help shape the future of medicine with Velocity Clinical Research. Participants can receive compensation, access new potential medicines, get free study-related exams. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. Runner at first, 2 down. The 2-2 pitch. Fry swings. A bouncer foul down the third base line. Holds the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And pretty good velocity from Bassinger from coming from such a low arm slot. You don't usually see guys from the sidearm getting it up over 90 miles an hour.
Tigers with 2 runs in here in the top of the 7th. Certainly looking for more. They lead 8-4 over West Virginia. Messenger kicks and fires. Another 2-2 pitch. Runner goes. The throw airmailed into center field by Save. Rising quickly is Curiel, and he'll stand up going into third base. Excellent time to run on the pitch. Save sent it to center field. Curiel now just 90 feet away with Ethan Fry at the plate and a full count, 3-2.
As deflating as that Hernandez pickoff was, when you felt like you had a chance to completely seize control of the game, a 2-out run-scoring hit here by Fry would just be massive.
Payoff pitch. High chop going to be fielded on the short hop by Kresser. The throw can't be handled by Lumsden at first. He tried the backhand pick. Short hop comes out of the glove. Curiel scores. It's 9-4 LSU.
How about an error and score the run anyway?
I will take that. I cannot believe he picked that on the short hop, running full speed. If you hit him 10 of those, he's picking 2 of them. And he picked that one clean, but did not make the throw across, and the first baseman couldn't make the play. West Virginia's been shaky on defense all year. That's nothing new. But man, that was a great pick, and I was really frustrated by it, but he couldn't make the throw to first, so you'll take the run.
Yeah, I mean, they fielded at 969 coming into this game. That's their 3rd error of the game. They had a error in yesterday's game, and that's been something that has obviously helped LSU over these last 2 games.
Stephen Milam at the plate. Messenger's pitch in on the hands, missing ball 1. Milam tonight 1 for 2.
Yeah, I didn't like their pregame infield yesterday, Hunt. It was shaky just watching them take fungos. And you're right. Kresser made a great play of picking the short hop, just couldn't finish it off.
Messenger will turn and throw over to first, and Fry easily standing back on the bag. Milam tonight aboard on a walk in the first. Came to the plate in the second inning with the bases loaded. Emptied the bases with a double down the right field line. Also aboard on a walk last time in the 6th inning. Another sidearm throw to the first base side from Messenger. And again, Fry, good speed, but not a huge lead. Easily gets back. 1-0 the count to Milam here with 2 outs and a 9-4 LSU lead over West Virginia. After the Mountaineers had cut it to 2, 6-4. The 1-0. Milam swings, another one, raked down the right field line. Fry around second, all the way to the wall it goes. Fry going to be waved around. The throw just now reaching the cutoff man, and Stephen Milam loves that right field line. The monster. With his 4th RBI of the night, Fry scores. It is 10-4 LSU.
Stephen Milam just likes late May and June more than he likes April. This guy did not have a great year at the plate, but this is the time of year that matters. He was awesome last year in Chapel Hill, and he has been brilliant for 2 weekends in Baton Rouge. He smoked that ball in the first inning, in the second inning for that 3-run double. That one was hit even harder down into the corner in right field.
I was going to say, Hunt, there's been some balls hit hard tonight. That may have been the hardest one all night, as that got to the right field wall in about a second and a half.
Jake Brown to the plate with 2 outs. Milam at second base. And the pitch from Bessinger misses away off speed. 1-0. Brown tonight 1 for 3. He stepped to the plate in that second inning. First pitch, he had an RBI single. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. That breaking ball in on the hands. Brown couldn't find it. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You're seeing right now why it was so important to jack the starting pitcher's pitch count up and get him out of this game, because West Virginia was not going to be able to cover this much real estate with its bullpen.
Here's the 1-1. Brown swings, foul ball, grab barehanded on the on-deck circle by the Bear himself, Jared Jones. That gets a nice little ooh and ah from the crowd. Don't mess with the Bear.
Well, LSU's got Case and Evans getting loose in their bullpen.
The 1-2 to Brown. Swung on, but just right of first base foul down the line.
And you get the feeling the way he's playing catch that Cooper Williams will probably come back out, and then any sign of trouble, Evans will be good and ready to go out of the bullpen.
Tigers have put up another crooked number. 4 runs so far here in the top of the 7th. The 1-2 to Brown. Off speed way outside. Make the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tigers 4 runs on 2 hits. Again, 3 errors by the Mountaineers, who were able to play error-free up until the top of the 7th inning. But things collapsing in on them. Runner at second, 2 down. The 2-2 to Brown. In the air, center field. On his horse, Skylar King going back, and it is gone! Over the fence, straight away, center field. Jake Brown, home run number 8, a 2-run variety. It's now 12-4 Fighting Tigers.
Jake Brown loves him some right-handed pitching, and West Virginia went to the pen for Bessinger. He laid one in there, and Brown punished it to dead center field, rode the jet stream off the batter's eye. This place is jumping at 10:45 on a Sunday night, Buzz.
Yeah, you can't hit it any better, and you can't hit it out any further in the ballpark. Man, what an electric moment. And yeah, you want to talk about putting the nails in, they're starting to pound on them. And again, Case and Evans down in that bullpen. LSU's in a good spot with a few innings left, with a full rested bullpen, and the offense not slowing down, it doesn't look like.
Jared Jones now to the plate with 2 outs. The pitch from Bessinger. Did it catch him? It did. Got him on the uniform on a pitch inside, and they quickly put Jones aboard, and the inning will continue. We'll face Daniel Dickinson now. Dickinson as the Tigers bat around here in the 7th. And that'll be all, it appears, for Reese Bessinger as Coach Sabins takes the slow crawl walk out to the mound here. And he's eyeing that bullpen. Tigers with 6 runs on 3 hits, highlighted by Jake Brown. Straightaway center field, 2-run bomb. And they'll make a call to the left-hander. Another pitching change powered by Sunshine. If you need a game-changing upgrade, trust our friends at Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Yes, indeed, the box is rocking on a Sunday night. Tigers lead 12-4 here in Game 2 of a Super Regional in Baton Rouge. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, we know that every great game starts with a perfect field. Our equipment, whether it's a mower or a tractor, we can ensure your grass is always game day ready, so you can focus on making memories. Because at the end of the day, it's more than just a game. It's about the community, the joy, and the LSU traditions. Visit sunequip.com to get the best starting lineup of John Deere equipment. Sunshine is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics.
In a region famous for its cuisine, Blue Plate Mayo has been a staple since 1927. From New Orleans to Lafayette, Houma to Baton Rouge, it's the mayo Louisiana reaches for when it's time to mix something delicious. Whether it's dressing a po' boy or making that perfect dipping sauce for crawfish, it has to be Blue Plate. Blue Plate Mayo, the official mayo of LSU Athletics. That's the good stuff.
Tiger fans, this is Eddie Kennison, former LSU football wide receiver. If you know me, you know I'm all about making big plays.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
That's why I joined the team at LSU Sports Properties. Our goal here is to help businesses make big plays both on and off the field. If you want to give your brand that competitive edge and be a part of the biggest stage in college sports, give the corporate sponsorship team at LSU Athletics a call. Your brand, our fans. Utilize the power of LSU Athletics to promote your business and sponsor LSU Athletics today. Call 225-578-2788. Go Tigers.
Hear the Fighting Tigers roar on the road to Omaha. Baton Rouge Super Regional coverage continues from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Ben McDougal now called upon, a left-hander for the Mountaineers. LSU, after plating 6 runs in the first 2 frames to lead 6-0, West Virginia would peck away with 4 runs of their own in the 4th and 5th. And now LSU with a crooked number in the form of the number 6 here in the top of the 7th inning. 6 runs on 3 hits. West Virginia now going to look for McDougal to try to get their team back in the dugout. It will be Daniel Dickinson at the plate, Jerry Jones at first base. The left-hander fires. First pitch up and in to Daniel, and it's 1-0.
This is appearance number 19 for Ben McDougal. He's a junior left-hander, 20 innings pitched on the season, 14 hits, 10 runs, 9 earned, 13 strikeouts, 7 walks. Opponents hit 200.
1-0 pitch. Again inside of the hands. 90 miles an hour, and it's 2-0 to Dickinson. Got a board back in the 7th inning. One of 3 errors committed in this frame by the Mountaineer defense. 2-0 pitch. Look out. Dances out of the way on a pitch low at the ankles. Now 3-0. He will continue to warm arms down in the bullpen here as Coach Saban's just trying to find somebody who can record outs after his team got within 2 runs. Now trail by 8. A 3-0. Dickinson taking that one, a called strike. That'll make it 3-1. Jones a step and a half off the first base bag. Here's the 3-1 to Dickinson. Big swing, but a miss, and it's 3-2.
Well, West Virginia has left-handed pitcher number 40, Carson Estridge, getting loose down in their bullpen.
So with 2 outs and a runner at first, McDougal set to deliver. Here's the payoff pitch, and a swing and a miss. Dickinson down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. But the Tigers do a ton of damage. 6 runs on 3 hits. 3 costly errors by the Mountaineers. And LSU leaves 1 man on. 12-4. Tigers lead. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch it out here at the box on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, this is Eddie Kennison, former LSU football wide receiver. If you know me, you know I'm all about making big plays.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
That's why I joined the team at LSU Sports Properties. Our goal here is to help businesses make big plays both on and off the field. If you want to give your brand that competitive edge and be a part of the biggest stage in college sports, give the corporate sponsorship team at LSU Athletics a call. Your brand, our fans. Utilize the power of LSU Athletics to promote your business and sponsor LSU Athletics today. Call 225-578-2788. Go Tigers.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
we are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state and beyond.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
The seventh inning stretch, presented by Coushatta Casino Resort, Louisiana's best bet. Now, back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Another huge inning for LSU, their second of the night. They had 5 runs put up in the top of the second, but they explode for 6 runs in the top of the seventh to make it a 12-4 LSU lead. Logan Sabe, the catcher for the Mountaineers, leads it off. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the order for Coach Saban, says. They'll face Cooper Williams, who came in relief, was solid after entering the game, finding that final out of the 6th inning. Now when a strike from Williams makes it 1 ball and 1 strike to Sabe, who on the night is 0 for 3. The pitch to the right-hander off speed. He yanks this one, but foul into the seats down the line and left. Gets Williams ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Got a special guest joining us here in the broadcast booth, Alex Day, College Baseball Central, one of the contributors. Been trying to hook this up for a couple of weeks. Here's the 1-2 and missed outside. Alex, I know you're a Louisiana boy, now residing in Texas, but again, it's great to be back here at the box, and so far, a pretty good baseball game.
Absolutely. You know, both these games have been a lot of fun to watch, and you know, I appreciate you letting me hop on here, Chris.
Pitch from Williams misses low. And Alex, the first question Hunt and I would have is, so far we're starting to see the bracket fill up for the College World Series in Omaha. Biggest surprise?
Oh, I think the biggest surprise is, you know, Murray State, how far they've gotten so far.
Swing in the air, down the line and right, not very deep in right field. Jones was over there, but Dickinson eventually calls him off and makes the play just inside fair territory to retire Sabe, and there's 1 away.
Yeah, I think if you look at Murray State as the 4 seed coming out of the Oxford Regional, and then beating Duke today 19-9 to force a deciding Game 3, and maybe be just the 4th 4 seed since this tournament format started to make it to Omaha.
That'll bring Kyle West to the plate. West tonight 0 for 3, all 3 by strikeout. A couple to Ianson. He'll stand in. First delivery from Williams at the hands for ball 1, 1-0. Well, of course, the big talk over the last couple of days has been 13 SEC teams into the postseason. This 1-0 pitch, beautiful curve by Williams to even the count 1-1. And now, LSU trying to become just the second SEC team as Arkansas punched their ticket with a win over Tennessee earlier today out of that super regional. So again, what do we make of that? 13 teams in, and at best 2 are making their way to Schwab Stadium.
Yeah, it was certainly unexpected from that part. I mean, you know, there's been a lot of talk of, oh, maybe the SEC was overrated.
Here's a swing by West. This one high in the air puts Stanfield on the run. Stanfield going back. He's on the track, and he's got room to make the play for out number 2.
But I think, you know, all of the SEC teams that got in were certainly deserving. They certainly had resumes, you know, worthy of being included. And, you know, sometimes that's just baseball. I know that's the cliche that everybody likes to say, but I mean, there's a lot of truth to that. And, you know, SEC just didn't perform well in the postseason. I mean, you know, there's a lot of different reasons for that, but I think at the end of the day, it's really just baseball, and that's just kind of how the things go sometimes.
Who's your favorite in Omaha right now?
I mean, it's hard not to look at Arkansas and the way they've been. I mean, they look like the most complete team in the country right now. You know, maybe next to LSU. It's really unfortunate that the 2 of them have to match up first game in Omaha.
Sam White looks at the first pitch, launches it in the air to left. Curiel on the run. Curiel with the diving grab in fair territory near the line for out number 3. And Cooper Williams quickly to point out to left. Tip of the cap to Curiel. Very quick work of the Mountaineers in the bottom of the 7th. 3 up and 3 down. Alex, stay with us. We'll be back. We'll head to the top of the 8th. Tigers leading 12-4. 7, 8, 9 due up. Expect to see Braswell, who took over defensively at third. He'll get his first at bat of the night, followed by Hernandez and Stanfield after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, LSU fans, you're invited to Louisiana's largest casino resort, Coushatta. Coushatta Casino Resort has the largest and most spacious gaming floor in the Lake Charles area, with thousands of the newest slots, over 55 table games, live bingo and off-track betting, plus 3 beautiful hotels, delicious Cajun cuisine, and the #1 rated golf course in Louisiana. Coushatta Casino Resort is proud to support LSU. Go Tigers!
Looking to make your next corporate event, church festival, or school field day the best one yet? Well, look no further than Grayson's Events and Entertainment. They have it all, from carnival rides to mechanical bulls, inflatables, and much more. They truly are your one-stop shop for all your party and event rental needs. Give them a call at 225-436-6520 and use promo code RADIO25 on your next order at Grayson'sEventsEntertainment.com. Louisiana's best event specialist. You won't be disappointed.
Hey Tiger fans, are you ready to roar? Oxbow Rum Distillery is the official rum for LSU athletics. Our cane to glass rum is made just 2 miles north of Tiger Stadium. We handcraft every drop from our own Louisiana sugarcane, all grown right across the river. So whether you're tailgating at the stadium or dropping by our tasting room for a tour and cocktail, you'll be keeping it local. Visit Oxbow Rum Distillery, open Thursday to Sunday, noon to 6. Go Tigers!
This is LSU Baseball on the road to Omaha. Back to the action in the Baton Rouge Super Regional. Once again, here are Buzzy, Doug, and Chris on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Michael Braswell leads it off for the Tigers. His first at bat of the night. Tanner Reeves, of course, got the start at third. Michael entered the game defensively. Now he'll bat for the first time. The first pitch from Ben McDougal, a called strike, and it's 0-1. Braswell stands in, batting .203. Pitch to the right-hander, missed low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Alex Day, again, continuing to visit with us here. Keeps his eye on college baseball across the country. More specifically, obviously, an interest in Southeastern Conference baseball. First, the 1-1 from McDougal. Drops in low and inside. Now 2-1. Alex, let's talk about this LSU team. One of the things I have really hung my hat on this year is the peaks and valleys of this team. A lot of peaks, a few valleys. What do you like about LSU, especially the way they played since the regular season ended? If they're able to punch their ticket to Omaha, as Braswell swings and misses at a pitch to even it up 2-2.
Yeah, you know, it's hard not to start with the pitching for LSU, especially, you know, you look at Cade Anderson and Anthony Ianson, you know, maybe didn't have their best outings of this weekend, but, you know, they're 2 legit aces, and we've seen other teams, you know, be able to ride 2 legit aces to Omaha victories.
Pitch outside with a fastball from McDougal. Now will fill the count to Braswell as Braswell trying to get aboard here. Keep the foot on the gas for LSU. I've said for many years, the NCAA, if they do one thing right, it's the College World Series in Omaha. It's the payoff pitch and a swing and a miss. Braswell down on strikes and his first at bat of the night, and there's 1 away. Again, it's a great place to go if you are rooting for your team, if they happen to make it there. It's also a great place to go if you just love baseball, and specifically college baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. Omaha does a fantastic job putting the event on every year. It's a ton of fun. You know, I went back in '23 was my first time to go when the Tigers went, and that was just a blast. You know, I'm looking forward to you know, making the trip again this year.
See Luis Hernandez. Hernandez at the plate. 1 for 3 tonight. He'll swing at the first pitch and come up empty. And it's 0-1. You know, it's interesting. Again, we talked about the SEC and how many teams they have a chance to put in Omaha, but I think we're going to have a really good cross-section of both Power 4, possibly some of the mid-majors, if that's what they're called these days, or G5, if you will. Again, probably going to be a pretty good representation of college baseball from coast to coast when all things are said and done. Here's the 1-1. Hernandez swings and fouls it back.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. The Pac-12, when they were in existence, never had 3 teams make it to Omaha, but this year we might have 3 former Pac-12 teams make it to Omaha from 3 different conferences.
That's college athletics here in 2025.
Yeah, it's wild.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Luis Hernandez. Hernandez again had that leadoff single back in the 5th inning. Got a board hit by a pitch in the 7th. Swing again, send it high in the air, but out of play right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count remains with 1 out here in the top of the 8th and a 12-4 LSU lead.
One thing I like here for LSU this weekend, Kate Anderson gave up the most runs he's given up all year. Anthony Ianson wasn't his sharpest today, but the offense has carried them through, and now you're seeing a great outing so far from Cooper Williams as well. A little versatility for LSU this weekend.
The 1-2 again. Hernandez fights it off, sends it back into the screen. And that was the question, Alex, down the stretch of the regular season. Was the offense for LSU? Everybody kind of felt good about the pitching staff, not only with Anderson and Ianson, but also Kason Evans, and really the bullpen as a whole.
Yeah, absolutely. And the offense has certainly been really good this weekend and really all season, in the friendly confines of Alex Box.
This one, again, fought off by Hernandez. Spoils the fastball into the screen foul, and it's still 1-2.
But, where this offense seems to have really struggled is away from the box. And so, I think that's still a question of whether this team will continue this offensive production in Omaha.
Well, the one thing about it, it's certainly not a small park here at the box, and the Tigers have hit the overwhelming majority of their round trippers here in Baton Rouge. In an expansive park up there in Omaha. Here's the 1-2 to Hernandez. This one ripped down the line, left field way, but it is foul towards the parking lot. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. You going to make your way to Omaha?
I will be out there, assuming LSU, finishes this off. Then I will be flying out there Wednesday evening.
Again, Tigers with a good chance here, trying to finish the deal on a Sunday night. They lead 12-4. This one, that one would have hit the mascot, but luckily Mike the Tiger not here tonight. That one totally got loose from McDougal, and I don't even know how to tell the radio listener how far that was away from the plate. But,
did you have to resist the Bob Uecker line there? I mean, that was Harry Doyle 101. Just
a bit outside. My favorite, though, is tried to paint the corner and missed. Here's the 2-2. Low and inside. That'll fill the count. 3-2. Alex, real quickly. Again, you follow college baseball. Fans can find you. I thought this was interesting on X. Radio Man Adam. Is that right?
Radio Man Day.
Radio Man Day. There you go. There's a ground ball. Oh, snagged by McDougal on the mound. Hernandez trying to go right back up the middle, but McDougal this time able to glove it, throw to first in time for the 2nd out of the inning. Again, you can check them out. College Baseball Central.
CollegeBaseballCentral.net is our website. You can check me out on Twitter and Instagram at Radio Man Day.
That'll bring Chris Stanfield to the plate with 2 down. We'll shift the infield left of second base. 3 infielders to the left side of the diamond. 2 down. The first pitch misses high. Next delivery, missing low. Now quickly 2-0 to Stanfield. Stanfield came to the plate there in the 7th inning. Will deliver a 2-run single. RBI 27 and 28 on the year. The 2-0 sent back foul into the screen. That'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Now, as I mentioned, you've been a longtime LSU fan, and never gets old when you hear at the box and this place starts rocking, as we saw in the 2nd inning and again in the top of the 7th. It just doesn't get much better than this.
It really doesn't. These are the best fans in college baseball, and it's just a ton of fun to watch. I kind of feel bad sometimes for the opponent, especially seeing some of these guys. They're making their last appearance in college baseball. Maybe of the baseball career, and they got to come do it here at the box with 13,000 fans yelling at them.
I don't feel so bad for
I was about to say, you may be the only guy that feels sorry for the other team. But I really do respect the niceties on your part. 3-1 the count to Stanfield, again with 2 outs, nobody on, a 12-4 LSU lead. Here's the pitch. One down the middle. Make it 3-2 to Stanfield. Stanfield at the bottom of the order. Curiel indeed stands on deck should he arrive safely. Tigers with 12 runs on 10 hits tonight, 1 error. Mountaineers 4 runs, 5 hits, 3 very costly mistakes. And again, Stanfield continues to fight, fouls it back into the screen. Make it 3 balls and 2 strikes. The count remains. Stanfield putting up a battle here at the plate. McDougal, the left-hander, another payoff pitch, and it misses high, and Stanfield going to pick up a 2-out walk. You know, one of the things we haven't mentioned since postseason play began was, again, the transfer portal window for college baseball opens up very early with a lot of teams still battling, certainly in regional play, super regional play. And it makes a lot of things difficult on a coaching staff trying to compete, trying to get ready for every game, as well as keeping an eye on what's out there, looking ahead to the following year as Derek Curiel's first offering is missed outside. Make things look a little different, but I don't think there's many coaches better at it than Jay Johnson.
No, certainly Jay Johnson and Josh Jordan, both are tireless recruiters, tireless workers. I know Josh Jordan, even during the season, he's always on the road recruiting. And, during this time, it's doubly important, try and get those portal guys in because they're getting committed. And, this year there's been, it seems like there's a lot more guys in the portal and a lot more impact guys in the portal. I think with roster limits coming down next year and all of the everything going on with the House settlement and everything, there's a lot of uncertainty around that. So I think it's resulted in a lot of guys, hopping in the portal that maybe kind of guys that wouldn't have done so in the past.
Time was taken as Sabe, the catcher, went out to hand deliver the baseball to McDougal. They had a quick conversation. Now back behind the plate, Curiel still with 2 down, runner at first, and a 1-0 count. McDougal delivers. And down the middle for a strike, leaving it up 1 ball and 1 strike. Tigers trying to finish up super regional play tonight. One last evening, 16-9. They lead 12-4 here. 1-1. Again, Dooley delivers a strike to make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Buzzy Heidel, Hunt Palmer and I are talking about Derek Curiel. And from start to finish thus far, what an impressive freshman. And again, it's hard to use the term freshman. In fact, I was done with that term probably mid-April with Derek Curiel. Still swing. Come back to the mound. McDougal able to get it. Quickly fires to first in time for out number 3. But Alex, we appreciate it, man. Good to see you. Welcome back to Baton Rouge. Thank you for your service, and we'll hopefully see you in Omaha.
Absolutely. Appreciate you having me on, Chris.
You got it. All right. We head now to the top of the 9th inning. LSU leading 12-4. The Tigers get ready to come out. Again, Cooper Williams, who has been phenomenal, quickly out there on the mound. Mountaineers will have 5, 6, and 7. As I say, we go to the bottom of the 8th instead. We'll be back. 12-4 LSU leads on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Half of the world's population depends on rice for 80% of their daily food needs. By 2050, population growth could increase rice demand by 30%. But as climate changes, rice output is decreasing. At LSU, we're using genetics, genomics, and AI to create new rice that yields more with less resources. We're not just feeding the hungry, we're growing a better future.
Score big with MMR. Join the team at the largest privately owned open shop electrical and instrumentation contractor in the nation, headquartered right here in Baton Rouge. MMR is committed to positioning each team member for success. Whether you're a student seeking an internship, just starting your career, or already a seasoned professional, MMR offers a variety of positions just for you. Get in the game at MMR, where your future is bright. Kick off your career at mmrgrp.com/careers. MMR, a proud partner of LSU Athletics.
Baton Rouge isn't just the capital of Louisiana, it's the capital of college baseball. The fans, the players, the entire atmosphere. When it comes to baseball season, there's no better place than Baton Rouge. And the fun extends beyond the box, with plenty to do off campus. Explore some of Baton Rouge's best fights, visit our incredible museums, and enjoy the sweet sounds of swamp blues, born right here in Louisiana's capital city. Check out visitbatonrouge.com for more things to do on your next trip.
The powerhouse plays here. LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the road to Omaha from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Kevin Kelly leads it off in the first pitch. Rope to right field, but right there on the money is Jake Brown. So one pitch and one out to start the bottom of the eighth inning. Again, the Tigers, the visiting team in game two, and they lead 12-4 in Cooper Williams. My goodness, I mean, we've talked about it, Hunt. He's been very good over the last several weeks, kind of emerging as one of the trusted arms out of the bullpen. But my goodness, he has done a tremendous job thus far on the bump for Coach Johnson.
Second week in a row for the Tiger freshman. He's been great.
Skylar King takes the first pitch low for ball one.
Now, the question all year, you had Anderson and Ianson, and you had Callan and Evans. What's in the middle of that? And you've been looking for guys all year long, and it's been different guys throughout the season. Williams is stating his case right now.
This one off the end of the bat from King, foul to make it 1-1. Buzzy, I'll ask you, you've been on a championship team, obviously, at LSU in baseball. About how many pitchers do you need to win the gauntlet that is the College World Series? Here's a swing and a bouncer to second, easily handled by Dickinson. Good throw over to Jones for two away.
Well, ironically enough, if you remember the 2016 Coastal Carolina team that came in here and obviously beat us in the Super Regional and then won the whole thing, they had like two guys. I mean, it was unbelievable. Like they had a couple guys and they just rode them, and they were workhorses. So you really don't need a ton. I mean, two starters like Ianson and Anderson, that's a good start. You've got a couple bullpen guys. You stay in the winner's bracket game, you got a really good chance. You don't need as many as a lot of people think to win the national championship.
Jace Reinhardt with two down and nobody on, swings. It's a foul down the third base line to make it 0-1.
Now, does it make it nice when a Cooper Williams can come through?
If you get into loser's bracket, though, you always have to have Nate Ackenhausen. You always have to have Caleb Gilbert. You have to have those guys that haven't been asked to do it all year, and then all of a sudden they show up, and this is a great audition for Williams.
Yep.
Reinhardt fouls this one out of play right side. It's 0-2 quickly for Cooper Williams. Well, I'll tell you this. You know what the coaches will say?
Can't have enough.
We need 8. We can do it with 7. We might get by with 6, which, no surprise, that's what coaches want. Here's the 0-2 from Williams. Ooh, just missed the inside corner. That'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Jace Reinhardt, who tonight in the 7-hole is 1 for 2. Two outs, nobody on. The 1-2 pitch. Uh-oh, this one a mile high into the air. Curiel and Stanfield will just watch it.
That's okay. That's okay. Let him hit it as far as he can. You got a big lead. You didn't put anybody on before him. I always say that solo home runs do not beat you.
And Cooper Williams has gotten ahead of everybody he's faced, and he got a 2-strike count there, and he tried to go to the breaking ball. He's thrown a lot of fastballs. He tried to go to the breaking ball, and he just hung it. And you hang breaking balls to old hitters like Jace Reinhardt, and they usually go a long way. Look at that one. That's just belt high, middle with the breaking ball, and it went a long way.
Reinhardt with the solo shot. Leaves LSU still leading in a big way, 12-5 here in the bottom of the 8th inning after 2 quick outs. Reinhardt able to go deep to left center field for his 9th home run of the year. And again, this is the West Virginia team that we knew on the scouting report coming in. Only had 1 home run in the regional in the 3 games in Clemson last weekend. Again, 55 on the season coming into Baton Rouge, but they were able to get a couple of pops out of here. And now we'll have a pinch hitter with 2 outs. And we saw him earlier in yesterday's game. Chase Swain, the redshirt junior out of Eisenboro, New Jersey. A right-hander will come in to swing. This will be his 136th plate appearance. He's batting .319. Swain was 1 for 1 with an RBI and also reached base on a walk in yesterday's game. First pitch from Williams, missing for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. One dropped in a little low with a breaking ball, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, staying on that topic of how many pitchers do you need, and the reason I said you don't need as many as you think, because I'm going to go back to the 2009 year, the year obviously I was on that team when we won the national championship, as that pitch misses for ball 3. But I mean, think about all the you had, and you know that team very well too, Hunt. You were in school following us.
It was.
And, it was probably, I don't know how much you could remember that game or that season.
That 3-0 pitch from Williams, a called strike with the take on by Swain. It's now 3-1.
But obviously you had Lewis Coleman and Anthony Renato. But after that, I mean, you look at some of the bullpen guys. You had Matty Ott and Paul Bertasini. I mean, who else did you really count on?
Austin Ross was the third guy, and that was about it.
Yeah.
Pitch missed inside.
And
so
then
Swain with a pinch hit, base on balls. He'll move down to first base again with 2 outs. Now we'll see Kresser, the shortstop, who's 0 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on guys like Austin Ross was as good a Sunday pitcher as we had, and he never lost a Sunday when we needed him to win. And when it was a deciding game, he always won. And so it's just a situation where, I seen it. Chad Jones was the guy that came on late to get, but I mean, it's not. He had not that many innings. So again, you don't need a ton of guys. You just need guys to be efficient and get the job done. Now, Lewis Coleman was kind of a hybrid. He could do everything. So that's kind of a bad example.
So that'll be all for Cooper Williams. Again, who's going to get a nice hand after an excellent performance in a relief role here tonight. Freshman left-hander gets congratulated by Coach Johnson, who's out there on the bump. And they'll call upon the tall right-hander, Chase Shores. So with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th and a 12-5 lead. Take another pitching change powered by Sunshine. You need a game-changing upgrade? Trust Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Tigers leading big 12-5, bottom of the 8th. Runner at first for the Mountaineers, and Chase Shores taking over on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, we know that every great game starts with a perfect field. Our equipment, whether it's a mower or a tractor, we can ensure your grass is always game day ready, so you can focus on making memories. Because at the end of the day, it's more than just a game. It's about the community, the joy, and the LSU traditions. Visit sunequip.com to get the best starting lineup of John Deere equipment. Sunshine is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics.
People's Health has a new Medicare plan designed for people with diabetes, chronic heart failure, or cardiovascular disorders. It features a monthly over-the-counter allowance, lower costs for a number of prescriptions, and lower specialist copays than non-special needs plans from People's Health. To learn more about a chronic special needs plan, call 1-844-663-2133. Plans are insured through United Healthcare Insurance Company or one of its affiliated companies, a Medicare Advantage organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in the plan depends on the plan's contract renewal with Medicare.
Hey, LSU fans, you're invited to Louisiana's largest casino resort, Coshada. Coshada Casino Resort has the largest and most spacious gaming floor in the Lake Charles area, with thousands of the newest slots, over 55 table games, live bingo and off-track betting, plus 3 beautiful hotels, delicious Cajun cuisine, and the #1 rated golf course in Louisiana. Coshada Casino Resort is proud to support LSU. Go Tigers!
The road to Omaha continues for LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. Back to the Baton Rouge Super Regional on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now they'll call upon Chase Shores out of the bullpen for the Tigers. He'll be the third pitcher of the night. Real quickly, Ianson went 5 innings in a start. 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. Did hit 1 batter. Gave up a couple of home runs. Williams, though, with a solid performance, 2 2/3 on the bump. As the first pitch from Shores will catch the outside corner to Brody Kresser, and it's 0-1 as that'll get the crowd back in it.
100 does that.
Yeah.
Chase lost his release point last Sunday and walked too many guys. Let's see if he can find the strike zone consistently in this one.
The 0-1 pitch. Again, 100.3. on the gun. Just missed the outside corner. Pretty good looking pitch, but it's 1-1.
Well, Shore's making his 19th appearance of the year. He's 5-3 with a 5.37 ERA. 55 in the third innings pitched, giving up 57 hits, 31 walks, and 59 strikeouts.
Presser tonight, 0 for 2 at the bottom of the order. He'll chase a fastball at the century mark, elevated, and it gets Shores ahead 1-2.
Don't even think about the slider, just heater for this guy.
Runner at first, 2 down. Bottom of the 8th, the 12-5 LSU lead. Shores from the stretch. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at 101 miles per hour. Chase Shores makes quick work after entering the game. Gets the punch out, and that'll end it for the Mountaineers. They do play to run, but a long way to go with the top of the 9th looming. 12-5 LSU leads. Ethan Fry, Stephen Milam, Jake Brown to the plate when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Live from the red carpet where the stars shine bright. It's the moment we've been waiting for. First up, Perfection Pays. Play perfect tens from the lottery. Win up to $5,000. Next up, triple the fun. Triple the cash. Play triple play. Win up to $12,000. The glitter. The glamour. Play Fab 5. Top prize, $155,555. Play all 3 games today. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
It's 4 in the morning when the roaches are on. You need the Bingo Roach Spray.
Get ready for a bug-free Louisiana summer with Bingo Pest Control products. Our best-in-class indoor and outdoor solutions are powerful enough to eliminate those never-ending bugs, guaranteed. Visit bingo.com or call 833-GO-BINGO. Bingo keeps pests gone.
If you're tired of trying, you should be buying the famous Bingo Roach Spray.
Hey, LSU fans, you're invited to Louisiana's largest casino resort, Coshada. Coshada Casino Resort has the largest and most spacious gaming floor in the Lake Charles area, with thousands of the newest slots, over 55 table games, live bingo and off-track betting, plus 3 beautiful hotels, delicious Cajun cuisine, and the #1 rated golf course in Louisiana. Coshada Casino Resort is proud to support LSU. Go Tigers!
Hear the Fighting Tigers roar on the road to Omaha. Baton Rouge Super Regional coverage continues from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers up 12-5 here in Game 2 of the Baton Rouge Super Regional. We reach the top of the 9th inning. Again, the Tigers, the visiting team in Game 2. And Ethan Fry will lead it off. Ethan tonight 0 for 4 at the plate, but has reached base twice. Once by walk, once on an error on the throw, and he scored 2 runs. First pitch by McDougal, called strike to make it 0-1. How about Chase Shores bringing out the flamethrower there to finish that bottom of the 8th inning?
Yeah, that's exciting when triple digits get up on the scoreboard.
Breaking ball missed low to Fry. That'll make it 1 ball, 1 strike. Fans, Capital One offering checking and savings accounts. No fees or minimums. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Zach Cowan getting loose down in LSU's bullpen.
Pitch low and inside, made Fry dance out of the way, and it's 2-1. That's what I was going to bring up. We saw Cowan get up, start to throw in that bullpen just before Chase Shores entered the game. And again, you start thinking about the schedule, the rotations. Fry will swing and miss at a pitch low in the zone. It's 2-2. And who do you want to see get some work here? Again, game's not over, but you're up 12-5. Hunt, you mentioned it to us through the break. You really expected to see Zach take the mound at some point.
He needs to work tonight.
Here's the 2-2 from McDougal. A called strike 3 on a pitch Fry thought was too low. And Ethan down on strikes, and there's 1 away here in the top of the 9th.
Cowan started the game obviously last week on Sunday against Little Rock. That outing did not go well. That's 4 out of 5 that haven't been as sharp as he was when he was dominant throughout the first 12 weeks of the season. So I think it's important that Zach Cowan gets out there in a low leverage spot. As low leverage as trying to pitch the team to Omaha can be. You got a 7-run lead. I think he needs to go out there, throw some strikes, get some outs, get some confidence before LSU hopefully heads north.
Stephen Milam now will bat from the right side, the switch hitter. He has been red hot here in the postseason. 2 for 3 tonight with 4 RBIs. The first pitch, a called strike from McDougal, will make it 0-1. Had the double to clear the bases in the second. Double bringing a run back in the 7th. Both times from the left side, right down the right field line. This time tried to stay back, fouls it out of play right side, falls behind in the count, 0-2.
Yeah, in a perfect world, you'd love there to be another inning after this where you could possibly get Chase. Chase Shores comes in throwing a million miles an hour for one hitter. It'd be fun to see that for a couple more hitters and get Cal in a full inning, but obviously that's probably not going to happen.
The 0-2 is off speed outside to Milam. That'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, let me check with Jay, see if he wants to add another inning.
Don't check, because he will.
I thought maybe he would. Man works every single day trying to get his baseball team to Omaha, Nebraska. Milam fouls this one. It'll go out of play right side. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's funny, we'll sit up here and look at each other and come up with our own ideas of how we think something should be done, and then when it works out like Coach Johnson knows it will, we look at each other and go, hey, that's the reason he's there and we're up here.
I learned a long time ago, in Jay we trust. It's all just conjecture from the knuckleheads in the broadcast booth. Here's the 1-2. Low inside to Milam. That'll make it an even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tigers tonight, 12 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. Mountaineers 5 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors. Top of the 9th inning. Nobody on. The 2-2 to Milam. And again, pops it up foul out of play right side. Keeps it 2-2. LSU Athletics would like to thank its Team LSU corporate partners: Cox, McDonald's, Our Lady of the Lake, Albertsons, Louisiana Blue, Coca-Cola, and Hancock Whitney. I'll tell you who else spends every day of their year hoping LSU gets to the College World Series, and that's Omaha, Nebraska. 2-2, ground ball, third base. Going to be handled by Guzman. The throw a little behind the bag, but a nice stretch by Lumsden. We'll record the second out of the inning.
Well, you're so right. I remember getting off the bus on the 08 year whenever we made it to Omaha, and it had been a few years, and I remember the first fan said, "Welcome back, we've missed y'all." And it was just a random Omaha resident up there that said, we were waiting for y'all.
You hear the crowd roar. That's because Josh Pearson picks up a bat, comes out of the dugout to pinch hit. Here in the cleanup spot for Jake Brown. Pearson, of course, a beloved Tiger, the senior. Out of West Monroe, Louisiana, had the grand slam yesterday. Come to the plate with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Nobody on, and the pitch from McDougal. Big swing, but it's fouled out of play left side.
Yeah, Pearson comes out of the dugout swinging. You knew he was going to be aggressive first pitch. I love that.
A cool moment with the crowd on its feet, his teammates all on their feet applauding. Josh Pearson's had an incredible 4-year run of postseason baseball, and we hope that continues into next week. He's got some good memories in Omaha.
This pitch, a called strike on the inside corner to the left-hander. Getting behind in the count, 0-2. No, Josh Pearson, to me, epitomizes what is great about LSU baseball. And got to be a thrill, as we've said multiple times this year, that he gets to come back for this year, get to play with his younger brother, John. The 0-2, swing and a miss. The slider got him. McDougal with the strikeout, his 4th of the night. But the Tigers still get a hand as they lead 12-5 as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Game 2 of the Baton Rouge Super Regional. Tigers 3 out away from making their way to beloved Omaha, Nebraska. We'll see Chase Shores come out of the dugout. He'll take the mound to start it. Mountaineers will have the top of the order: Guzman, Sabe, and West. Back after this, 12-5, Tigers lead on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hello, this is Jan at Toyota.
Hi, Jan. Is now a good time to get a new Toyota?
It is. We like to say your summer starts here at your Toyota dealer. Now through June 2nd, we have a great selection of Camrys, Corollas, Tundras, and more.
Your summer starts here. I'm a pet sitter, and business is way up as people enjoy their new Toyotas. Stop, Sebastian. Goldie is not dinner.
The summer starts here.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details.
Toyota, let's go places.
Do you hear that? Alligator mating season in the Louisiana swamp.
Yeah, baby. There's just something about the scent of the magnolias and the sound of the swamp creatures all singing in sweet harmony that reminds me of...
The New Orleans medley from Acme Oyster House.
Red beans and rice with a piece of smoked sausage, jambalaya and gumbo.
Ooh, let's get out of this boat.
Acme Aromatherapy. Brought to you by Acme Oyster House.
Hey, should we start with fried alligator?
Too soon.
Is it?
Acme Oyster House. Life's more fun with seafood.
For the number you gotta dial. Life throws you a curve, you know that deadly devotion goes the extra mile. Throw your fours up, there's a number you gotta dial. Throw your fours up, deadly devotion goes the extra mile. For the number you gotta dial. Throw your fours up.
The Powerhouse plays here. LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the road to Omaha from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Here we are, bottom of the ninth inning. LSU leading West Virginia in Game 2 of the Super Regional 12-5. Chase Shores back out there. Will face the top of the order. Armani Guzman to lead it off. Guzman tonight, the third baseman, 1 for 3. A single back in the third. Aboard on a walk in the fifth and came around to score. He was struck out last time at the plate in the sixth frame. Righty on lefty matchup. Shores standing tall on the bump. Fires in the first pitch. Swing and a miss at 100 miles per hour. 0-1.
Yeah, Guzman's got to get a little tar on the bat or something. He's saying, hey, I can't, if I got to swing this quick and this hard, I'm going to need some tackier substance on the bat.
He walks over near the dugout. Now will make his way back to the plate. Unless we forget, again, I think this is critical, and this is something we can all break down tomorrow with the way this game went. I mean, Anthony Ianson again gutted it out. Was not his best performance in the same way Kate Anderson did last night. This LSU bullpen, along with an offense, keep their foot on the gas. It's a very important play going on here for LSU as that pitch on the breaking ball missed inside to Guzman to make it 1-1. But I think you got to feel great about what you've seen out of the bullpen, at least in these two games. Here's the 1-1. Opposite field, line drive coming over, and Curiel's got it.
Well, I think you would be way more concerned if the offense didn't do anything and Anderson and Ianson pitched great, okay, than this way where they pitched not their greatest games, but the offense is showing what they can do. You don't question Anderson Ianson. You've seen it all year. Those guys are going to be fine. So I like the scenario that LSU has right now going into Omaha.
Well, Hunt, you look at it this way. I mean, again, when your offense is cooking the way it has here in the postseason for the most part, Sabe stands in. First delivery, fastball strike at 98, and 85%. Kate Anderson, Anthony Ianson, when you get this kind of performance out of the pen and this type of offense, you'll take that every time.
You will. Those guys are going to have to step up out of the bullpen.
Here's the 0-1. Missed high and outside to Sabe to even it up. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The issue has not been scoring in this ballpark. They've scored in this ballpark all year. Good pitching, bad pitching, no matter what. It's when they pack it in bags and hit the road, they got to swing the bats a little bit better, and that's got to start coming up this weekend.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase low and away. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sabe with 1 out here at the bottom of the ninth.
Well, the other thing is I don't think there's going to be too many teams in Omaha giving 13 free passes like yesterday. And oh, by the way, 9 walks and 3 hit by pitches today. So 12 free passes today. It's gonna tighten up a little more at the next level.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Ooh. Staying alive is Sabe as he fouls it back into the screen on a pitch delivered at 100 on the gun. One ball, 2 strikes to Sabe. Shores. Fires. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 down, 1 to go for the Fighting Tigers of LSU.
Yeah, that's just not fair, Chris. You got a guy that throws 100 miles an hour, and then he breaks off old Uncle Charlie when you're gearing up for the fastball. I don't think so. That was an excellent 2-strike pitch.
So the Mountaineers now, their 2025 season down to 1 out. Here in the bottom of the ninth, trailing 12-5. Kyle West tonight, strikeout victim on 3 occasions. Last time a fly ball out to center field. Shore stands tall. First pitch to the left-hander. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball in on the hands, and it's 0-1.
I know it's a 7-run lead, but this could be a big confidence booster for Chase Shores. And another arm that you can count on. We talked about how many pitches you need. If you can count on this guy going into Omaha, that's another feather in the cap.
The 0-1 pitch. Fouled back out of play left side. It is now 0-2. And here come the Tiger fans to their feet at Alex Box Stadium.
Tell the folks at Barrett's to get some things on ice up there in Nebraska, folks.
West stands in, righty on lefty matchup, nobody on, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, 12-5, Tigers lead, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Tigers win. Head north, young man, you're going to Omaha. Tigers celebrate with Shores on the mound with a 12-5 victory to take the Baton Rouge Super Regional and punch their ticket for the second time in 3 seasons to the College World Series. Tigers with the win. Move to 48-15. West Virginia, their season comes to an end. 44-16. Congratulations to Jay Johnson, his staff, his Tigers. They're going to the College World Series. Final score tonight from the box. LSU 12, West Virginia 5 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Walk-Ons is always a win. Whether it's for a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner, we got it covered. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers and cocktails. Dig into our mouth-watering menu items like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp. Plus, fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win.
Elevate your game day spirit with Sugarfield Spirits, the official vodka of LSU Athletics. When crafting the perfect mixed drink, our vodka's the winning choice that'll have your taste buds cheering for more. Sugarfield Spirits, where the spirit of the Tigers meets exceptional locally made vodka. See our winning lineup at sugarfieldspirits.com or visit us at our tasting room in Gonzales.
In Louisiana, we love our LSU Tigers.